I mean, is it really impossible if I've streamed at this hour before, boss? But hello, everyone. Hello, welcome. Oh, feeling a lot better compared to the last few streams. But we are here for a finale. Yes, alright. I hope everyone's having a good night. Imposter. I mean, we ain't playing Among Us. There's no imposters right now. It's horny in chat. Fun fact, actually, I did actually speak to my artist today about our gasm emote. So, that is in the works. Also, I probably should go ahead and just actually switch over to the in-game screen. That's fine. Then here we go. Alright, it's gonna take a couple seconds. So yeah, new PogChamp emote. Because we can't use the old one anymore. But I can show you guys probably the preview of the gasm emote tonight. Probably closer to the end of the stream, I might give like the current sketch of it. PS2 game. Also, for those of you who were annoyed by how the game looked like a bit cut off, I have fixed it for you at my own expense, so appreciate it. I don't even know exactly. Oh, we had the Rising Stones. Okay. Wrong way. It has been a while since I've been to Mordana. What's that class? This is Dragoon. As you can tell under the level, which I guess to show off how Miss Coraladair is doing. I almost have everything up to 30, minus the classes I can/haven't unlocked yet, with Scholar being the only one I can unlock but haven't. I just got Ninja today to level 30, which was Rogue, and I have Pugilist and Arcanist left. But outside that, yeah. Another way, today is the last of the post-Heavensward stuff that we have left. Seen an FF stream. Yeah, last time we played FF, that you might have been here, you probably saw me as a bard. This is probably how you last saw Miss Coraladair. But I've been going through Heavensward as a Dragoon, because friends were like, hey, if you go through this expansion as a Dragoon, you experience the story a bit differently. And I was like, that sounds kind of fun. I want some of the extra dialogue. And some of the extra dialogue was actually kind of neat. Where they're like, oh, you're such a powerful Azure Dragoon. But anyways, we have 9 quests left. And then we're done. You want more voice acting? I mean, I appreciate the voice acting. Makes it easier on my end. Done forever? I mean, we'll still do more Final Fantasy probably, because I have been enjoying this game a lot. Like, I did purchase it, and my first subscription will be covered, but we'll still probably do Heavensward, or not Heavensward, Stormblood and Shadowbringers. I'll probably stream a lot more Shadowbringers than anything. Just because I know Shadowbringers is like the hype content, and people don't apparently like Stormblood as much as the other expansions. But we'll see. I'll figure it all out. This is not goodbye to Final Fantasy. This is just goodbye to Heavensward. Or post-Heavensward, I should be saying. Then we get to start doing some more big boy content. Ah, Corlo, just the hero I wanted to see. Would you mind doing me a small favor? I need you to meet me at Diamond Forge. This won't take long, I promise. Oh, well, that's not far at all, literally. When we're in credits, I'll probably show you guys the, emote. Also, I love that freaking flipping trick. It makes movement so much nicer. Like, Dragoon do got some movement, though. And I like it. But how's everyone doing tonight? I know we haven't been streaming as much as of late, and don't worry, for those of you who have been content starved, next week we should be back into full swing. So get ready for that. Just had to get a break in, and I figured the holiday season would be like the best time. Plus, usually viewership goes down around December anyways for a lot of content creators. Like December, January is usually really bad. Play Pokemon, watching people play Smash, and watching you stream. Oh, how's the Nuzlocke going? I'm sorry to drag you away from your duties, but as I said, this won't take long. I just need you to stand perfectly still for a few moments. No, that's it. Hey, let's go. I don't like this. I don't like this. Right, everyone. Ready to go to work? No squirming now. Oh, and you might want to close your eyes. I don't like Tartaru's face there. Oh my god. Oh. This is, the kind of moment where I wish I had webcam. I don't know what kind of face I was making there, but I was uncomfortable. There, I'll finish. The Warrior of Light's every measurement from heroic head to intrepid toe. Okay. Well, wouldn't you like to know? All in good time, Carl. All in good time. We become now. Webcam's on the way. It is on the way. I don't know if we'll have it in time for Danganronpa next week, but if not, we'll definitely have it for the playthrough. I might consider delaying that playthrough until webcam. It's a big maybe, though. You're first supposed to start her off. I mean, I knew that's ultimately what it was, but still, makes me uncomfortable. Alphinaud wants everyone in the Solar for a meeting. I don't know what it's about, but he seemed to think it was very important. Go on, we have everything we need. No sense in keeping everyone waiting. I want to see your beautiful face. My face is not beautiful. I am not a pretty boy. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, I'm expecting a drop in viewership. Once y'all see my face, I'm expecting a drop in viewership.
We would not presume to begin without you, Ida. Orianger has returned to the Waking Sands, but everyone else is now present.
But I've seen your face. Yeah, and I'm not pretty.
Yes, but for what exactly? We all have duties to attend to, Alphinaud, so you may dispense with the preamble.
They're beautiful lines, man. I'm probably gonna start shaving a lot more once I start streaming with webcam. Which also, as a note, for you Fae-only people, do not expect webcam for Fae streams. I'm not gonna do that.
Thank you, Elise. It is the very subject of those duties which compelled me to call this gathering. Though the warriors of darkness no longer pose a threat, Eorzea's many troubles demand no less of our attention.
I don't really feel like it is needed for the phone games in general. Plus, phone games are so small in layout and awkward. I feel like it's too much to just keep putting stuff everywhere, and I just don't. I don't know. I don't like webcam on phone game streams. It's just too much everywhere, and I feel like it doesn't look quite right.
And while I stand by the decision to approach each task as we see fit, I fear our effectiveness will ultimately be diminished should we continue to act in ignorance of each other's efforts. Thus, I propose we elect a successor to Minfilia. Not to serve as a fully fledged antecedent, perhaps, but as a coordinator of operations.
It's always necessary.
Is that all? Well, then the decision seems clear. No one else has shown any enthusiasm for the role, and judging by your performance at our previous meeting, you would seem the perfect candidate. You always did have a flair for politics.
Freaking Kyle.
I did not mean to... That was not my intention. As my tenure as commander of the Crystal Braves comprehensively demonstrated, I lack the qualities required for such an office. I would much prefer to remain as I am now, a soldier in the field, so to speak.
I mean, don't make it me.
Should none of our numbers step forward, must we then constrain some unwilling candidate to take up the position?
Well, based on merit alone, a certain adventurer would be my choice. Though I concede she might struggle to balance her new responsibilities with, let me see, slaying primals, thwarting legatuses, and feeding the orphan poor.
So you're actually gonna not end up with one in your AA run? Assuming, I mean, we stream on Sunday, we should be good for our actual good run again.
Thancred makes a good point. Any who would wear such a mantle would be bound by its obligations. Have we not become sufficiently familiar with each other's methods to act without an overseer? At present, I see no cause to so willingly limit one of our number.
My current change course option. Not available right now. We gotta do the whole, hey, it's been enough streams where we're back to the normal option. And we haven't been streaming as much because of the break. So, yeah, you're just kind of stuck without it for now.
Oh my goodness, your help! I need some help here.
This is the normal option for me? Yeah, it's like it's supposed to be the normal option for now, but we haven't had enough streams with it being just the default. Because that's how it always works. We either go like 5 streams with it, then 5 streams with the normal one, and then whenever someone redeems it again. It's the same system. We've always done it as.
Me? I'm fine. It's this poor girl who just staggered in and collapsed on the floor that I'm worried about.
We change it to Oko Foggers.
God, how did... Yashola! Please, you have to help her.
It's then the same every time.
To see about closing these wounds.
There's nothing different about it.
Now, we staunched the bleeding, but it may be a while before you can move about again. Though having seen your wounds, I'm surprised you are still moving at all.
Thank you.
You see 7 streams?
My message. It was too important to delay.
See 7 streams? It used to be 7, yes, but then I changed it to 5 a while ago. It was 5 on both ends. It used to be 7 with one, 7 with another, then I lowered it to 5. So it's 5 on both ends.
I took the shortest route I could, though I knew it was more heavily patrolled. As you can see, my efforts at evasion were not entirely successful.
Look how weird people look like in here. One and always. It's not going to be an always thing. Part of me is also debated about just getting rid of that option.
Honestly, you're too brave for your own good. What was so urgent that you needed to fight half the Empire to get here? You could have been killed.
So, yeah, I mean, I thought about getting rid of the option for it.
I had good reason.
Just because it's annoying to manage all the time, but I decided, nah, I'll leave it for now.
Friends are wondering who this bloody mess of a Mikote is. My name is Minago, and I belong to the Alamegan Resistance. I came to warn Ida and Papalimo about one of our leaders. A man who calls himself the Griffin. He's always been dangerous, but he's planning something new. Something reckless.
The Griffin, you say? I've heard the name. Rumor has it your man is eager to test his claws.
If ever doing 50 hijinks in a row, will you join yourself? There is a cooldown timer between them all, and there's a limit to how many you can redeem per stream. So you cannot redeem 50 in a row.
And on no easy target. He means to
Hydrate so we can go, you got it.
The Alamegan side.
But What does the Griffin possibly hope to
The Sippy has been taken. You know, maybe we do a Sippy emote. That could be like our last one. Considering you guys love to make me drown, I can just do like a Sip emote.
From what I understand, he wants the fires of war to spread to Eorzea. And for that, he needs to control the border with Gridania.
Glug. Yeah, it could be like a Glug emote.
So,
He's covered in cotton. Bruh.
between the Alliance and the Imperial forces stationed in Alamigo, to have Eorzea's armies aid in the liberation effort, whether they will it or no.
Tier 3. Listen, we're already getting a Gasm emote. I think we can calm down a little bit.
His plan is flawed. Even should the resistance succeed in occupying the wall, they would not be able to hold it. Imperial reinforcements would drive them out within a week.
Be that as it may, if there is even a chance that this scheme could bring about an escalation in hostilities between Eorzea and the Empire, the Alliance must be informed.
I want a gun emote. I don't see a reason for us to have a gun emote. Also, hello, Nem. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. You haven't missed much.
I should depart for Limsa forthwith and seek an audience with the Admiral. Thancred, Uldar is yours. Alphino and Alize, make haste to the Twelveswood and notify the Elder Seedseer of the danger to Gridania. We will duly call
Could be
a
like the
council
top
of the
down.
Alliance
Only a
leaders,
gun.
and we must be ready to receive.
I don't know. I feel like it's not. There's really need.
Explain the situation to Sir Emmerich and encourage him to send an envoy.
Obviously, don't play side quests. I can draw that.
Hikaru, Kyle, I leave the care of our injured messenger to you. See that she remains quiescent and her wounds closed.
I mean, Em, if you want to, and I'm not gonna like demand it or anything.
I believe that covers everything. Let us be about our tasks.
I'll demand it lect.
I suspect the ill tidings from Girabania will be held as a turning point. The beginning to a bloody end. The business of war was ever conducted with the coin of self-sacrifice.
This must be Papalimo narrating, right?
'Twas Master Louis Soir himself who taught us that such costs are not to be ignored or denied.
Like, I'm pretty sure this will be Papalimo narrating. What type of gun? Jesus.
And so I shall embrace them. When the time comes, I will make my choice, as you will yours.
I see a Discord notification. Ooh. I hate how streamer mode just doesn't apparently like block me from pings. And apparently mobile Discord isn't gonna show me who. Oh gosh darn it. Okay. It was just that server. Sean just also went live apparently, so that's all it was. Oh, I did fight you to Fall Guys. I'm too lazy. I mean, that's not a funny bit. I get more irritated than anything when you do that. But sure, if you really want to. Let's forget night. Yes. Ooh. That's mostly going to be like story stuff tonight, I think, because we only have one dungeon. I don't care about you for the chat's entertainment. I mean, I would figure if chat wasn't entertained, they wouldn't be watching in the first place. Greetings, Warrior of Light. What brings you to Ishgard? Not like I haven't been living here. I see. Wait here. I will summon Sir Emmerich. You'd be surprised. Man, it's not hard to click off a stream. I've done it. Like, I don't expect everybody to be entertained all the time. You never know how many people are on the verge of going to check out. Listen, if you got the urge, you got the urge, and just go do it. Like, I ain't gonna judge if you leave for that. It is good to see you, my friend. Tis but a pity I must be under such circumstances. Had Lucia not informed me of the urgency of your suit, I would have certainly sent for some wine. God, I love Heinrich. Man actually knows how to treat a lady. But to business. I thank you for bringing the developments in Alamigo to our attention. Ishgard will of course send an envoy to attend the council in Gridania. I cannot say who will represent us, however, as the choice is not mine to make. Not mine alone, at any rate. Given the imminence of the threat, we may forego formalities of a full assembly, but I still need to consult my counterpart in the House of Commons prior to the proceeding. Will you permit me some time to make the necessary arrangements? I thank you. How did you like your dinner with Heinrich? It was a wonderful dinner. Thank you very much. I wish I dressed more appropriately for the occasion, because I dressed in the Dragoon armor, and I didn't realize what was going on, because I was only half paying attention to story, until I realized, oh, it's dinner. Our representative, whomever we select, will require a suitable escort. Make your preparations and inform Sir Handel that he is to lead in our absence. Like, you won't me. I guess that could be another option for, like, a tier 1 emote or something, a bonk emote. Yes, Lord Commander. Coral, pray accompany Lucia into the gates of judgment and make ready to depart for Gridania. I will have our envoy join you as soon as I can. Very speed you on your way. Oh yeah, and I can actually use the money now, right? Because I spent money. Never know when you gotta resist poison. If you know the other business in the city, join me at the gates of judgment. We must be ready to depart the instant the envoy arrives. And then here's our Handaloop guy, the one who's gonna be in charge. God, I hate getting around Ishgard sometimes. Yeah, this should be our way. Down there. Okay. Yeah, you're right. We never know when we gotta resist poison or anything like that. Even though I think Heinrich would be too much in love with us to want to do that. We meet again. As it happens, my counterpart in the House of Commons agreed that I should act as Ishgard's envoy. Not, I concede, there was ever any real doubt. As Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, it is my duty to sanction any military cooperation. Be that as it may, I cannot in good conscience make that decision alone, now with the ink scarce dry in the public's book of statutes. I trust you understand, my friend. Alas, I must test your patience still further by making a brief stop to Camp Dragonhead. Given the trouble brewing in the Black Shroud, I see the garrison is ready to defend the border. Also, I still love the Midgar Summer mount. It's really cool. The garrison commander waits within. Why not accompany me, Coral? You may see a familiar face. Oh boy, we're cutscene. Oh, hello, you two. Coral, old girl, how wonderful to see you. And Sir Emmerich, too. To what do I owe these unexpected pleasures? I will have some mulled wine brought up from the kitchens at once, if you will excuse. No, you didn't. Not trouble yourself. Honorable. We shall soon be on our way. Lucia, a brief summary, if you will. Yes, Lord Commander. Those villains hardly need an excuse to wage war. Bloodletting comes as naturally as breathing to a girl. I mean, to an Imperial. Right. Yup. Can't be racist to your commander. And thus we shall strengthen our patrols as you suggest. We shall also be sure to communicate these developments to Lord Francel in the Observatorium. I see you have everything in hand. Carry on, Commander. So he took over for Hart? Aww. I guess that makes sense. I had to get somebody over here. Surprised to see yours truly at the helm. You and me both, little girl. That I'll ever feel worthy to sit where he sat. The boy. Yet we can play the hand we're dealt. And with a little help from the veterans, and all ceaseless chiding, I'm sure I'll muddle through. So right now, old girl. Off to Gridania with you. God, the horns are just so jarring with the helmet sometimes. It looks better compared to, like, the last armor I was wearing as a Dragoon. Then off to Gridania. I actually should pull up the quest list while I'm here. That is the wrong link. Instant requests. Okay, so we are actually very close to the next dungeon. Next quest is actually the last one before our little dungeon run. Diplomatic duties have brought me here on several occasions, but I find that I am as enraptured with the Black Shard's beauty now as the first time I laid eyes on it. I fear this time, however, the shall not afford us the luxury of enjoying the splendor of the forest. And we get food options or money. I'm going to take the money. Since we are to have an escort to the Lotus Sand, a pleasant place to discuss unpleasant matters, is it not? Yes, of course. It's like that we are the last to arrive. Let us announce ourselves, shall we? And then we need to go to the... Oh, we can just walk there. It's fine. It's fine. We'll just walk. Besides, we don't exactly need to rush everywhere during the finale. Even though I understand this is a lot less exciting of a finale compared to others, but it'll still be a fun stream all the same. Plus, it's content for you guys. There we go. The envoy from Ishgard has arrived. Very good. This way if you... Ah, and the Levinson party as well. Hey, it's Yugiri. What up, girl? Haven't seen you in a hot minute. I'd hoped to slip in unnoticed, but I see I wasn't the only one delayed in my arrival. Greetings, Sir Emmerich. Admiral. Always a pleasure. And Coral, I trust you are well. Tis a day for reunions, it seems. I believe you are well acquainted with my escort. Lady Coral, I was glad to hear from Real that the missing silence have now been found. Everybody but Minfilia, but we know where she is. There's much more I would discuss with you. But let's first attend to the issue at hand, shall we?
I bid you welcome, my friends. As you will by now be aware, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have come into possession of certain intelligence concerning recent developments in the region of Gir Abania. It springs, I am assured, from an unimpeachable source. Is that not so, Master Alphino?
Indeed, Elder Seedseer. Our information comes directly from a member of the Resistance's inner circle, and we have no cause to doubt its veracity.
This Griffin of theirs is a fool if he thinks he can hold Belsar's wall against the Empire. When the Imperials move to take it back, they will come in force. And the resulting fighting is all but certain to spill over into the Black Shroud.
At the Battle of Cartano, the combined might of 3 grand companies labored to contend with the remnants of but a single Imperial legion. Alone, Gridania would be hard-pressed indeed to hold back the tide, should the Garleans turn their minds from reclamation to invasion.
May I once more convey my nation's deepest regrets for our inaction in the days prior to the calamity. 'Tis a stain upon our ledger that I would fain remove.
That audio cut was a little jarring, but okay.
I do hereby request leave to deploy a defensive force within the borders of Gridania. Ishgard's return to the Alliance shall be honored by more than mere ink upon parchment.
The Doman people too would join any effort that weakens our common foe. We are few, but our most seasoned shinobi are at your disposal. On behalf of my people, I offer you my humble thanks. Gridania welcomes your assistance.
It is time we set our contingency plans in motion. Is the Alliance agreed? Then let us make ready for war. Victory favors the swift. There is much to be done.
The Council knows that Alamigo will not soon be wrested from the Empire, and its decision to bolster the border's defenses seems eminently practical. Why then, brother, do you scowl so?
I agree that they have chosen the wisest course available. Indeed, the only reasonable one. Yet something feels awry. In making ready for war, is the Alliance not granting the Griffin the very thing he desired? Any attempt to hold the wall is doomed to failure, aye. But I wonder if we have misjudged the prize for which he plays.
More cutscene, yay! That the Council was able to reach it in accord so swiftly is a heartening development in itself. I only hope my misgivings prove unfounded. Ah, good, you've yet to depart. I feared I had missed you. Sir Emmerich! Master Alphino, a pleasure as always. And Mrs. Alize, how wonderful to see you thus recovered. Pardon the interruption. I'd hoped to thank Coral for serving as her escort before our duties called her away. I also wish to thank our Doman ally. Yuki, are you just hiding behind the tree? Forgive me, my lord, as we're waiting an opportune moment to join the conversation. First, I happen to mind it made me keep to the shadows. No apologies are necessary, Mistress Yugiri. I was most grateful for your interjection when I offered Ishgard support. My nation's historic failure to heed the Alliance's pleas for aid is a matter of record. Even so, the Alliance leaders were plainly unprepared for my impromptu apology. The resulting air of awkwardness might have lingered longer were it not for your timely offer of cooperation, which allowed the elder seats here to accept us both. I very much appreciate the gesture. I only did my duty, Sir Emmerich. The Empire is an enemy to us all. We are grateful for the opportunity to fight at your side. And full glad are we to have you. Pray convey my regards to the Scions, my friends. We must return to Ishgard. Whatever is wrong with a simple sorry or thank you. Whilst these politicians always make a speech out of everything, absolutely. That is how we adults speak, dear sister. They have to like the sound of their own voice. In any case, our business here is clearly we should be well on our way as well. Will you accompany us to Reverend's Toll, you, Gary? Oh, excuse me. Actually, I think I shall first pay a brief visit to the Ishrat. I am curious to know how Papalimo and Ida fared in their talks with the Sylphs. Not to mention what has been going on at Baelsar's Ball. I will join you with the Rising Stones and on. Let me guess. Hey, you mind going to check on Alphino for me while you're at it? Oh no, I'm just free to do my own thing. Okay, while I warp, I'm actually gonna go open my window. No, it was faster than I expected. No. Okay, I am back. Welcome back, Coral. I don't know about you, but I'm heartily glad that all this talking is over. I understand that these council meetings are important, but do you not find it tiresome to have to weigh every word before you speak it? Not that I will ever feel at home in the realm of politics. Not the horse. The said people have been known to change, and if my brother is willing to run his own errands, anything is possible. Then, yep, alright, this is our final dungeon of post-ARR. At least of the story. We still have some side content we're gonna eventually end up streaming. Another brick, okay. Well, as much as I enjoyed the bustle of the toll, I think it's time we headed inside. My brother and the others will not be long. So y'all know the drill with these dungeons. If anybody would like to join me, you are more than welcome to. Also, God, I love that. That top is cute. Ah, you returned from the council. But what of Alphino? Did some other matter requires attention? My apologies, friends. I trust we have not kept you waiting over long. Greetings, everyone. Oh, Crow, how's Nago doing? She will be alright, won't she? I don't see why not. She's sleeping at the moment. Charter is keeping an eye on her, so we'll know soon enough if there's any change in her condition. Her wounds are healing well, with sufficient rest. I'm certain she will make a full recovery. Thank goodness for that. Oh, excuse me. Now, you would share with us the Council's decision. Each of the nations, Ishgard included, has committed to providing military support to Gridania. The Eurasian Alliance will soon have a significant force in the Black Shroud, ready to respond to any Imperial act of aggression. You know, I almost wish the Council would stop messing around and give the Griffin what he wants. I wouldn't like to be the Imperial caught between the Resistance and the Alliance. Ida, you cannot seriously. One does not lightly go to war with the Garlean Empire. Quite. To open hostilities without due consideration would be to invite disaster. Oh, I have no idea where I'm going. If only there was some way to reach the Griffin, some means to convince him to abandon this reckless course. It may not be entirely unfeasible. There's a network of tunnels beneath Belsar's wall. Secret passages dug by the Resistance right a way out of Alamigo, which may equally serve as a way in. Precisely. If all are in agreement, I would be the one to undertake the necessary negotiations. I'm familiar with the route, and the Resistance is familiar with me. About as familiar as they're with me, you mean? Say what you want, I'm coming too. I have some experience in the practice of infiltration. If you would have me, my services are at your disposal. As am mine. It has been far too long since I shared a shadow with the shinobi, and I do not intend to waste the opportunity. 4 is quite significant for an infiltration mission. Greater numbers will only serve to increase the risk of detection. Krile and I will direct our energies elsewhere. What if you Livy is? I will return to the East Shroud and watch over the border. Should matters make a turn for the worse, it would seem wise to be on hand. Might I prevail upon you to accompany me, Coral? Gridania will be safer for your presence, and while I may not say on the most thrilling duty to your sister, might I ask that you remain at the Rising Suns to pass on messages and so on? To hold the fort, you mean? Very well. I suppose the task must fall to someone. Safe travels, all of you. If any unfinished business at the toll, pray attend to it now. I depart for the Hawthorne Hut without delay. Nearby watch over top offers an unobstructed view of Baelsar's wall, and I should be interested to speak to the Alliance commanders who have installed themselves at its top. And to the Black Shroud. I hope the stream has been entertaining for you all so far, despite not a whole lot happening. It's just been a lot of talking. But it is me just kind of getting back into the swing of things. I do think next week's streams, though, will be a bit more interesting. Ah, Coral, there you are. Come. Master X's spire awaits. The Alliance officers on the platform should be able to apprise us of any developments at the wall. Fancy meeting the two of you here. Oh, God, why am I yelling so much? We are about to set forth. Indeed, I was about to say, so I'll watch over you, but I doubt you have need of divine protection, even if you are venturing into enemy territory. Don't worry, Alphino. We'll have the Griffin by the scruff of the neck before you know it. Do make up your mind, Ida. A moment ago, you seemed ready to shake the Griffin by the hand rather than the neck. So which will it be? It will be best to decide before we enter into negotiations. Trust me, Papalimo. I'll shake whatever needs shaking. The talking part I leave to you. I think I feel a headache coming on. Let's be on our way, shall we? Some things never change. Well then, shall we make for the spire? Our Alliance friends will doubtless have news for us. roasted. Hey, Derica, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Oh, it's down there. Oops, I missed that. This started to sound like I was playing Hades. Ah, fair enough, fair enough. Have any good runs? Welcome, Warrior of Light. Assume you're here to speak to your commanding officers? You'll find them on the observation platform. Pray proceed. I did indeed kick my father's ass. Hey, good shit. Ooh, Hades. Yeah, Hades seems really cool. Greetings, my friends. It's good to see you both well. It's the boy Pit. Oh, it's Hilda. Testing the pact of punishment a bit. I don't know enough about the game to know what that means, but neat. I was hoping you might turn up. I'd have to watch here. Or see. The sight of you might help remind him why we're bothered. Hey, Kyla, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well tonight. Remember, sirs, I have not seen many of you since the day of the Grand Melee. Having borne the brunt of your blows, may I say what an honor is to stand at your side. Disheartening indeed to see the realm's most stalwart defenders thus gathered in common cause. Speaking of which, what news from the wall? Yes, what's your... The one that you can use to choose on. Oh, that's neat. I actually like that. Oh, he ain't there yet. We are almost at Baelsar's wall. But, yeah. Like, Baelsar's wall is all we have left. Like, realistically, minus story. But, Derica was talking about Hades. Game. I gotta figure. Yeah. No, Derica was talking about Hades. Report. What? 7 hells. Fighting is broken down on top of the wall. A full-scale assault. So the Griffin has made his move. But I guess there's some pact of punishment. In fact, I don't know. I'll figure it out in time. Someone has... What's that supposed to mean? The attackers, they're wearing Grand Company colors. Impossible. We gave no such order. Hades streams win. I don't know. I mean, if enough people want it, I'd consider getting the game. Of course. The wall was never the Griffin's target. It was bait. We have been goaded into deploying our armies nearby, thus letting way to its deception. Those uniforms were convincing enough to deceive my scouts. The Empire will sure think we've launched an offense. This could mean war. Even so, this may yet be no more than a diversion. With the armies of the Alliance occupying the Empire's attention, it would be comparatively easy for the Griffin supporters to slip into Alamigo. He could then instigate a rebellion amongst the populace within the Imperial reserves that would be hard-pressed to contain. And Eorzea, meanwhile, would be plunged into chaos. Carl, we must make for the wall at once. Wait, just the two of you? Our companions embarked on a mission to sway the Griffin from his course, and are likely halfway to his command post by now. They will emerge in the midst of a raging battle, and I do not mean to abandon them to their fate. It will be dangerous, aye, but the confusion may work to our advantage. If we are careful to avoid the skirmishing, it may yet be possible to reach the Griffin, and if we can do that... Lady Hilda, might I ask you have an airship ready to bear the sounds of safety? Huh. I don't know who this Lady Hilda is, Marshal, but you can count on me. You must prepare for Imperial reprisals. May the Navigator guide us through the storm. She looks like the kind of girl who would step on someone. She is absolutely the kind of girl who would step on somebody. Hello, Mr. Griffin. How's it going? Also, wait, why are they all just ignoring this man? Forward, comrades! The time has come to drive the Empire from Alamigo and force an action upon those who have turned their backs and are suffering. Oh, wait, never mind. They infiltrated. Right. Let this victory be the first step in liberating of our homeland. Alamigo will be free, no matter the cost. Man, this looks like a rejected Assassin's Creed prototype. That really wasn't that long. I didn't even need to mount. From what Papa Limo told me, the trail ahead should lead us into the shadow of the wall. So we have two objectives. I suggest we divide our forces. I shall make straightaways for the tunnels and attempt to intercept our comrades ere they stumble into a bloodbath. While I do so, I must let you scale the wall. Now that I would not propose such a course if there was any other way. The time for subtlety is past. Take a band of your most trusted companions and cut a path through the Griffin. Make him see reason, by any means necessary. Once you're free of the tunnels, we will make for your position with all due haste. And if everything proceeds according to plan, Helda will then swoop in and spear us away to safety. I only pray that we will have enough time. There we go. Baelsar's wall. Alright, so we all know the drill at this point for dungeons, unless this is one that people like you should do this solo. If subs want in, subs get first dibs. After that, it's pretty much open to whoever. And then I won't mind solo queuing, but obviously I'd rather not if I can help it. But I'm not seeing a lot of activity in chat, so I don't know if anybody wants to join me for our last dungeon. I'd be happy to assist. If you want in, Kyle, yeah, just let me see if any subs want in first. But if no subs want in, then it is completely open. Also, I'm going to go ahead and close my window real fast because it's now starting to get a little cold. Because this room doesn't know what it wants to do temperature-wise, and I hate it. Okay, so far no one's saying anything. I am going to message somebody real fast. Actually, I'll just add in chat and see if Har wants it. Because Har is, I think, like the only sub in chat currently. Oh, I heard the follow notification. Weretag, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Hope it's been entertaining enough for you. Carl, I'll join you in a hot minute. Alright, Alma. Yes, alright, so, Almu definitely, I guess, will be... Power told me to pop in and tell you he's busy. Alright, also hello, Zach. How's it going? Alright, so I guess currently it's gonna be myself. There's a Harkness there. I can hold along with Elmer real quick. Alright, so currently it looks like it'll be myself, Elmer, Zach, and then assuming no other sub wants to take this last spot, it looks like Kyla will currently be our fourth. Hello, Lethal. Welcome, welcome. How's it going? You're just in time for our dungeon run. We currently have our 3 slots claimed, unless there's more for Baelsar's dungeon for some reason. Also, that looks really bad. Oh my god. Well, okay, so yeah, it should just be... So, I guess we have our party then. But I hope your night's been going well, my dude. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. If I was a dick and if I didn't Kyla 21. I care for Bellstars. I mean, if you wanted to join, then you would... Technically, that's how it would work. You would have priority. You would be allowed to invoke your subreds, and I would kick out Kyla. Because I have to do that, as much as I hate doing that kind of thing. Okay, then just check friends list real fast. Okay, still waiting on people to get on. Good thinking. Clear post Heavensward. I mean, the sub-right thing is technically for any stream at any point. This is a secret VTuber confirmed. I'll admit, I thought about getting a VTuber model at some point. Under the free trial? No, I'm still on the trial currently. This is like the end of the trial, though. But no, it's post Heavensward. Because I figured, like, if you could start post Heavensward, you could probably end on having like post Heavensward, so it's like it doesn't make sense for only part of the content to be there. I understand now including Stormblood and Shadowbringers because that makes sense, but no, I'm not a VTuber, guys. I don't even have a VTuber model, and I have no idea how much those things cost. But I have. So you've done Alex. I have not done Alex yet. I've been thinking about potentially streaming Alexander, though. And by potentially, I mean probably. Some friends. You're gonna get VT from one of your cycle. Claudio's an eyesore on the stream. I mean, I wouldn't want to pay for something that I thought was, like, bad, so you wouldn't have to worry about that. The 6 VTubers are streaming 14 right now. Okay, that's pretty good. And yeah, I was talking to... Oh, there's... Oh, this party invite. Okay. They're having a beauty contest. Oh, yeah, I know, like, they're... Like, people like to do, like, costume contests and stuff on 14. I know another streamer I follow, like, had a New Year's, like, art/costume sort of contest. And then there's Kyla. Who said to me, "Do I'll have Alex with you"? I mean, if you resub, you would get to be a part of Alex then. because duh, being played. Oh yeah, be sure to invite Kyla. Well, Zach definitely, then Kyla, unless another sub wants a spot. But currently, it's planned to be Kyla. Because not being played. I have no idea what anyone else is going to be playing, but I see Kyla currently on. Oh, no, Blue's tank. Blue's tank. That's right. As I was saying, it seems Kyla has switched to DPS. Someone was Paladin. Man, y'all make up your minds. Like, I'm doing Dragoon Kastori, but like... What a look at party. I mean... I don't see rolls. Oh, never mind, I do. I'm dumb. We're looking for slush. Pretty low quality buggy things. Yeah, no, I can understand. Like, I wouldn't want to pay for something I think is like really like bad quality or anything. Like, it's why I've also been like really picky about the emotes. Like, I haven't like wanted to give you guys like emotes I thought were bad. Like, I've literally been taking my time to be like, I want it, like, on the emotes, like, I think are gonna, like, be good for you guys, like, that I would want. Jesus, y'all. Y'all need design. We need to get going. That's pretty nice. That's a class I need to actually like unlock yet, because I'm still level 6 pugilist. But I've heard Monk is pretty nutty. But okay, so Kyla's DPS. I guess Amu's healing based off what he said. Yes. Ooh, Emerald Knuckles. Okay, I see you, Kyla. Okay, someone take it. It looks like it, I guess. God, the snowman man's so good. That's kind of confusing. We are snowmen. Let's get this over with. Alright then. Look at that girl. Oh god. Carl has been kidnapped. She is now stuck inside a snow person. Alright, let's get this dungeon started finally. Nice snow family. Yeah, nice snow family. Oh my god, am I actually... I shouldn't... Am I actually leader? Apparently, Amu thought I was party leader. Party leader. Oh my god, fine. Whatever. Let's just go. Apparently Amu thought he passed it to me. Alright. Which he eventually did, but not right away. Either way, our last dungeon. Balesar's Wall. At least until we do Alexander's other side content. Which we'll probably do some of that on stream before I actually officially activate the game. But no, we're about done. Healing you. Woo. Wait. Are we double healer? I just noticed. I just realized we're double healer. Okay. Alexander. Oh, and Kyla is dead. Look, is the tank now? Ah, jeez, Rick. Oh, we're dead. We're super. So apparently we have two healers. Oh, and Kyla left. Okay, okay, we're all abandoning. Aw. You know what? There, we're remaking the party. Who's initiating the dungeon? Or Kyla can do it, sure. Oh my god. So how's it hard as a party lead? I mean... Sometimes we just have a shit show. Sometimes we just have a shit show. And you know what? Amu made Coral cry. I want this to be known. For content. You can't exactly say that's content when we waited for like 20 minutes just to immediately back out. It's content. It's not good content. content. Hello, welcome back, boss. It's a lack of content. Exactly, it's a lack of content. What did I miss? So we entered this dungeon with 2 DPS, 2 healers, no tank. Sounds like that. I mean, we immediately wiped and then left. Awesome content. I mean, not good content. That jump didn't want to go off, but sure. Oh, it was on the wrong movie. Oops. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Oops. God, I haven't been playing Dragoon in like a while actually, because I've been doing like a bunch of side content as like other classes. So I'm messing up in all my rotations right now. Thank you, Zach, for the good heals. Oh, sure, okay. I don't really play those classes. technically I could have picked it up for thingy for trading it for serpent seals, but oh well. Okay. If next boss is mean to punchies or mean to newbies, I will keep that in mind. This is just, I've been trying Dark Knight a bit. Ah, jeez. Ah, jeez. Sure, we'll just do this. We'll just kind of stand outside everything. Oh, we can actually move now. This looks really silly. Alright, so this boss is supposedly really rude to newbies, so let's see how bad we do. I mean, I'm assuming it's just don't move during that time. Yeah, I mean, I kind of figured as soon as I saw like motion tracking, it was like, hey, there's like a lot of garbage around us, and like no one else was moving at that point, so it made sense. Not sure why I got flung that time, but sure. No skills. Oh, so you have to move or not move and do skills. Okay. Oh. Oh. Spellcaster got. For shotgun. Yeah, I'll open it and check it out. What is this hood? Oh, this. I actually don't like it as much as I thought. But okay, so the goal is to use skills, but just not move. Interesting. Oh my god. Are we all running? No, I see how it is. Oh, sure, we start running as I... Okay. Oh, that's our man, the Griffin. Or is it the false Griffin? Oh. Hello. Powers. Oh, yeah. I'm remembering mechanics. Why does that like the Feature's assistant? Oh, did you? Is Ilbert just a do? Oh. Then why might I hit, no, hit the blade? Sloppy! Ah, no stuff in rotation. Oh my god, I love him just saying sloppy. Just looking for sloppy. Hey Trish, how's it going? Sloppy. You wanna do this dungeon? Oh, we got him. Okay. Oh, suck a dick, Gilbert. Everything. The savage clear. Hey, good stuff. Good stuff, Trish. We'll see. I mean, we have better gear than this, right? $270? Yeah, we don't need this. Content, no, I mean, the dungeon was actually content once we got through it. Hiding this ship. Also, hello, Pika. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. I just noticed you were in chat. Hope you're doing well, my dude.
You've beaten me, aye. But you cannot stop what I've begun. Behold, a glimpse of things to come.
So I guess my question, because, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be explained or not, but is Ilberd, like, the real Griffin or the fake Griffin? That's for hard. Fuck Ilberd. Sorry to say it this way. Okay.
We showed the bastards. Aye, victory is ours.
What the fuck? Like,
Mayhap the Eorzeans will finally see sense when the enemy turns up on their bloody doorstep.
lads, come on. We're in 2021. We're past that. Like, it will.
This is for Alamigo, for Eorzea.
I don't remember who this dude is.
They die that others may live.
The mutton chops yet. Iris.
Attack!
7 hells. Do you hear that?
Shotgun knee attack. Or that little asshole.
War machines. How did they get here so quickly?
I mean, he looks familiar, but I don't quite.
Stand your ground for the resistance.
It's been a while since I've done stories, so some... Like, he looks very... Oh, right, he's that Lalafell. Yes, yes, I remember now. Yes, yes. They all just got fucked. Right, yeah, I kind of remember that. So he goes from character to Felcher, step backward.
Help us. What are we thinking? The Empire's too big. Too powerful.
Why do Biomechanicons have to keep on fighting? I have to find out why.
Mighty Ralker. Grant us the strength to crush our...
That was...
There you are.
As you can see, our infiltrators did not elude me for long. Lady Ugiri is sending for an airship even as we speak.
Was this whole shit having a good time? I slapped the dick. Okay, for a second, man, this is a good game. Also, Shulk is great.
What do we do? This is a massacre!
How wonderful to see you, Commander.
Illbird. I should have known.
Shulk's a bunch of fucking everybody from remember. I love my boy Shulk. This is like the new off voice. I don't hate it. Like, I get what they were going for, but I still prefer the old one, I think. It's one of the few voices where I feel like the old one is better than the new one.
This has to end. It has to end now. Do you not see your countrymen dying? Have your ideals rendered you blind even to that? Order the retreat, and we will help your soldiers to safety.
Retreat? With the moment of my triumph so close at hand. You truly are a sheltered child, Leverrier.
Oh my god, Ilberd. I love hating this man. Oh wait, if he is the...
Dog's eyes. No abyss is too deep for you, I see. But trust me when I say that such power was not meant for mortal hands.
Oh, I remember one of them. I don't remember if it was the fake or the real Griffin who got the eyes or not, because I know that was explained. I think it was the fake Griffin that got the eyes. I've been looking high as a kite. Like they're trying to sing grown up. I don't know. I don't, like... I got more of, like, the opposite, like, vibes when I listen to, like, the Alpha No voices. Like, this one seems more mature to me than, like, the other one.
My countrymen, so inured to the taste of defeat, they no longer balk at its bitterness, shouting my throat raw with rallying cries, only to be greeted with dull eyes and blank faces. My brothers and sisters in Ulda have surrendered to their apathy and their appetites. Were it not for the glint of Lodorito's coin, I doubt even those here now would have answered my call. Take back our homeland! Free Alamigo! Ha! They'll happily mouth the words, but they won't spill the blood. You say no mortal should wield these eyes, and I shall...
The real Griffin was given the eyes as a gift? Okay, I didn't remember. Because the new one was given... I thought the fake one was given the eyes.
They no longer deserve.
do?
Fulgia.
Did you hear their cries as victory was snatched away from them? Even with their dying breaths, they cursed the Empire. Never has their desire for vengeance been so raw, so true. A god has no need of faith when summoned by so pure a purpose.
Summoned?
So he's going after a primal.
You cannot mean to fight the Empire with a primal. You know full well the danger, the futility of relying on such power.
Oh yes, I know their limitations. Which is why I will call upon a deity more terrible than the very black worm of the calamity itself.
What? Here? Now?
Like hells you will.
Captivate. Yep.
Ending to mark a new beginning. My pain, my longing, you shall have it all!
Oh. Nah, he just died. Start watching Sonic Adventure. So letting you. I won't let me wait. Human centipede. No, I mean that man is actually just dead, but. Oh no, the eyes kind of like that. Okay. Highest graded human centipede. Oh, it's the song. Is that this? Oh.
This light, is it?
Is he? Like, it's as a Nidhogg, so like if it's Nidhogg, it's whatever, technically, but.
His death completed the ritual. The primal is taking shape.
Well, can't we stop it? There must be something we can do.
Where's Bahamut? Yeah. Say yeah, like he's going for Bahamut, right? Because like if he's like I want someone big, like the Nidhogg isn't enough. He's probably wanting Bahamut.
There is one thing.
What? Hey, where do you think you're going?
So worse than Bahamut. I mean, I figure, but it's like, what is worse than Bahamut?
Master Louisoix briefly contained Bahamut by means of a potent spell of sealing. I will now attempt to do the same.
Meltdown.
But that's impossible. We would need hours to collect the necessary ether, if not days.
Alphino, though I concede it may not always be apparent, I was ever your grandsire's finest pupil.
Timtimati, of course. The staff still holds enormous power, broken or not.
Don't you dare, Papalymo. I know how that spell works.
I mean, what choice do we have, Ida?
It is time to leave.
Quite right. Quickly now, off you go.
you're staying, then so am I.
No, Ida! There is a path only you can walk, and it must not end here, not like this.
I don't know, you're the warrior of life. Do something.
Please, you have to take her.
There's a pomegranate. I actually like they did the like Papa Mills like name will never be said, right?
What? No! Damn it, Thancred! Put me down! Thancred!
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you. Go!
Does it matter what choice we make here? Because I see it's gray and I'm like, oh. I believe it changes this. Otherwise you miss a trial. I mean, I don't think that would. You know what? If I'm gonna be taken away, I'm gonna be dragged off this scene. I'm gonna be dragged off. Oh no, he just okay. I guess that's totally being dragged off.
I think he means now.
This one, I mean, is it possible to go back? Because I don't know, doing that trial like seems.
Farewell again, my dear Ida.
But was that the choice to get the extra trial? I guess.
To see how good a student I truly was.
Only death. Oh. Nobody missed something. Oh, okay. The Heavensward. Christmas University. Alright, boss, thank you for stopping by. Now we will ever know. I mean, you type in chat, we'll know, but sure. Oh man, that was not the end, right? I mean, that was the last big thing, but no, we're not quite at the end yet. We got a few more quests, but nothing like as big as this one. Why? Why didn't they let me stay? Papolimo's my friend. I should have been there with him. You can see it in his eyes, Ida. He knew what he was doing. What had to be done. The Pampers wanted you to live. Master Louis Walworth. That same look, right before the end. Do you think I don't know that? I know, alright, I don't know. There's nothing more you could have done. The word caught us all off guard. Even Coral was powerless to stop them. If you must blame someone, then blame me. Just promise me that you will never forget what Papolimo strove to protect, or the lessons he tried to teach you. Don't speak to me. Leave Ida with me. Go on. Go back to the Rising Stones. The others need to know what happened here. Not exactly the music I want to be hearing right now. Alright. Once again, I find myself at a loss for words. But Thancred is right. We must return to the Rising Stones and apprise our companions of all of this. Pray make your way there at once. I will send word of Y'shtola, or to Y'shtola and the others of our imminent return. This joke? Okay. So it really didn't matter what choice we made. There literally was no difference outside if we just get blasted or not by our mans. Was it finally more comedic? It's more emotional for some people to get blasted. That's fair. I mean, like, there was nothing, like gameplay-wise that was affected, is what I mean. Let's see you bring ill tidings, brother. Aye, behind the griffin's mask, from the grinning face of an old adversary. Stay with him until the end. Aw. Ilberd, I don't know how, but he's in possession of the eyes of Nidhogg, whose dread power he used to initiate a summoning ritual, even as we looked on. Give me some some party members. Man, I don't need you being able to pull me into you and much less like shove me away. By the 12. I don't understand. To attempt such a magic requires every ounce of one's aether. No one, not even grandfather, could cast and hope to survive. Indeed. It was ever last resort, as I am certain Papolino was aware. Lest the pupil fall in the footsteps of his master, even unto the grave. I have as yet been unable to explain how Ilberd came to possess Nidhogg's eyes. In the depths of the sea of clouds, a perpetual storm of water and wind, aspected aether ranges. No mortal could endure such conditions. Mayhap it was the work of an Ascian, but now is not the time for idle speculation. Krile, I have need of your assistance. Yes, of course. We must inspect the cocoon of light and ascertain the state of the primal trapped within. Between our respective talents, I dare say we shall glean some measure of insight. Understood. I can't promise I'll be able to sense much through the barrier, but I shall certainly do my best. How shall I? Let us be about it then. What? Without so much a word as by your leave? Pray forgive Argon Y'shtola her brevity. She seeketh employment, lest her grief. I feel something coming up. It's most likely a bird, but it just is like sitting in my chest and I hate it. Okay, it just kind of came out and it was a very soft burp. She seeketh employment, lest her grief deprive her of the will to act. A desire to comfort Edith us compoundeth her unseemly haste. I too must end this grievous loss in mine own way. By that leave, Lady Alice, I shall honor our fallen colleague through gainful study. There exist writings which may yet further our understanding of the cocoon of light. Throw to Cassius Boogaloo. Mayhap I was too quick to judge. Surrendering to sadness would be a poor tribute to Papolimo's sacrifice. Quite. We must begin preparations to face Ilberd's cursed creation without delay. By the time we have purchased a too dear a price for us to squander it. Oh. And that's the end of this patch, I believe. Also, I hate that we just got the freaking schools off forever. Alright, yep, 4 more quests, and then we are done. Alright, we're just getting some music. Ah, Carl. Wish I had more to tell you, but the situation in the East Front remains largely unchanged. I mean, we still have no idea how long it'll be before... Communication from the Alliance. One moment. Yes, of course. Our representatives will be present. My thanks. Word from Gridania. The Council will shortly be reconvened. The Alliance leaders have already begun to assemble. They wish to discuss the Primal, of course. As of Yushtol's last report, the cocoon you hung up at the wall unchanged. Yes, but the LOCC doubtless shares our concerns about how long it will remain so. I'm told that Garland has been called upon to add to his expertise of proceedings. A wise decision. The more minds we have to work on this, the better. Well then, I suggest we leave the Rising Stones in Tartaru's capable hands and make haste for the Lotus Stand. Who is this man? Best character. He looks...
If you would, good sir. This place. It is within the realm of Eorzea.
I mean, he's a big samurai, dude.
You're an odd-looking fellow, aren't you? Still, takes all sorts, I suppose. This here's Vesper Bay. Thanalan's door to the ocean, as some folk like to call it.
Look under your Stormblood tease. Oh, so yeah, it makes sense that he's a samurai then. This is probably a brick wall. Yeah, no, he looks very much like a brick wall.
Am I to understand from your answer that I have indeed arrived in Eorzea?
Hey? Yes? You're in Eorzea?
I feel so bad for this dude.
Ah, a plain response at last, and the one I wanted at that. My journey was not without its hardships, and I would sooner travel by land than put to sea again.
Watch him bad this kid.
You do not believe that so small a bark could bear me across the ocean? Such timid little sailors. I had but to set my course and set my jaw till I made port.
Just need to shut the entire dock.
Though, 'twould perhaps have been wise to lay down my oars a moment to sup on more than the spray of brine water. By the trembling of my limbs, I sense a brief repast may be in order.
Shouldn't breathe in a straight convert.
Nay, I will not hearken to the feeble grumblings of an empty belly. Duty comes before all.
Good God, man. Are you alright?
I mean, he said he was hungry. He goes first, where's the nearest toilet? Oh, hello, Urianger.
Far indeed from home, friend.
But alright, there's my Stormblood tease, I guess. It's gonna be weird just unlocking a bunch of level 60 classes. I think about it, when my highest class is currently level 60. You will love him. Jarvan, is that you? That made his best grandpa. Oh, but interesting little teaser. I kind of like that. How, like, they sort of hit Yugiri, and then it's like, oh, look at this new race, even though it's just the Mikote alter model. And now we got our Stormblood teaser. Kind of wonder what the Shadowbringers, like, teaser is gonna be when I get to that point. Oh, let's play the rolling. Welcome, Warrior of Light. This way, if you please. Apparently, from what people said, like when we had like one of the finales, ARRU Gary is just an Alden Mikote model, and not actually like an Aura model because that didn't exist at that time. So, which makes sense. And like I noticed it like in the face, like it looked really Mikote.
Dear friends, pray accept my heartfelt thanks for your efforts in defense of Gridania's borders. I would fain dwell longer on my gratitude for the support of the Alliance, but the situation at Belsar's Wall demands that we forego such pleasantries.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. Fully fleshed out.
According to our most recent intelligence, the cocoon of light that formed in the air above the wall remains undimmed and unbroken. After measuring the cocoon's etheric concentrations, Archon Y'shtola has confirmed the presence of a primal entity.
Alright, so Ilberd did win and get his primal. Just locked up.
So we must assume that Ilberd's thrice damned god is indeed trapped within. And what news of the Imperials? They're not like to ignore such a spectacle.
Yes, sir. A Garlean airship was observed making an approach, but the vessel was destroyed when it drew near. The Empire appears to have made no subsequent attempts to reach the object.
This dude has a really chill voice.
The soldiers who witnessed the incident spoke of a lance of light issuing from within the cocoon. Of an entire warship being reduced to smoking ruin in the space of a moment.
Jeez.
Veterans of Cartano, meanwhile, likened the destruction to that wrought by the fiery wrath of Bahamut.
We could face another calamity.
So the Primal is awake then? Contained, yes, but for how long? We must destroy it now, lest it break free.
I don't know how we're gonna beat a primal. That's apparently better than Bahamut.
Small matter of how to get close enough to a being that swats warships from the sky as you would a bothersome gnat.
Is this truly so complex a puzzle? Or have you no stomach for the obvious solution?
He's become better. Kick its ass.
What in the hells are you doing here?
Oh, hello!
Too, Garland. Now, if you'd be so kind as to explain to these good people why you should be begging me for my assistance, that would be most appreciated.
Yeah, hello Nero. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Just need 10 more levels. I mean, I think if you need more like 20 just to hit the cap. Pimple Man. I mean, Sid has one of those too.
Who is this man?
Oh, how terrifically rude of me. Nero Tolskeva, former tribunus of the 14th Legion of the Garlean Empire. These days, however, one might say that I'm something of a free agent.
Yeah, something of a free agent, alright.
What do you want, Nero?
I was getting to that. Although you already know what I'm about to propose, old friend. As you have rather belatedly realized, within that frail binding lurks an entity alike in strength to the great Bahamut, and the only force in existence which might conceivably contend with such a foe is the very creation which captured the Elder Primal in the first place. I speak, of course, of Omega.
Omega? That Hulk has been gathering dust beneath the plains of Cartanau since the Allagans breathed the last. And none alive knows how to wake it.
Yeah, just wants to show you his better toys than Sid.
I'm sorry. Do you understand who it is with whom you have the privilege of speaking? I'm Nero Tolskeva, Master Engineer, the mechanical genius who restored the Ultima weapon to full operational capacity.
That is true.
And as luck would have it, I'm graciously offering you the use of my considerable expertise.
Okay,
And what, you just expect us to accept?
so for
You're a fool if you think you're
so much of Omega.
tower enough to win my
They haven't named this Primal yet. But they're like, hey, we can get something that's like about as strong, aka Omega. You know, like this Primal has not been named yet. Right, yeah, because Crystal Tower is required for this point.
Trust? You wound me, Garland. All those years studying side by side at the Academy, sharing both trial and triumph, we were countrymen once, you and I. But sentiment aside, have you a better solution? Or do you mean to send in your vaunted hero there, as you always do, and pray the world is not engulfed in flame?
Then my Final Fantasy knowledge is too baby to be like, oh, I can figure this out. Like, I mean, I didn't know Bahamut was the big bad. Alpha Dragon, don't make it a weapon to fight.
Let us approach the problem in a rational manner. Does not the fact that Omega slumbers in stasis point to the existence of some overriding technology? A means of control?
I was an Alpha Sapphire guy.
I would ask a question, if I may. Nero, was it not? In the event that we succeeded in using Omega to shackle the Primal in the manner you propose, what then would become of it? Do we not risk repeating the mistakes of the Allagans?
Yeah, he did. Hello, boss. Welcome back. Super boss, one of the main. So apart from the final boss and unprepared parties are just wiped before they could even act.
Omega is but a tool.
I love bosses like that.
If we choose to employ that tool is entirely up to us. Of course, if you would rather leave it buried beneath Cartanau while you continue your petty squabbles above, then I suppose that is also your choice.
Seems like Chronicles too.
Nero. The Seed Seer's concern is a valid one. He who controls Omega
You guys are into my entertainment.
the very power which led the Allagans to destroy themselves.
And does it not fall to we engineers to prevent such misuse? What was your company's proud slogan? Freedom through technology.
God, I love Nero.
A creed you follow, is it? What say you? Do we take this villain at his word?
I mean, Cora would probably be dumb enough to just believe him.
He makes me grind my teeth, is what he does. I suppose we don't have much of a choice.
I mean, those old forms super random spawn that disappeared with no fanfare. You looking like a normal freaking enemy. It's pretty good writing. I dig it. Crap, spent so much of my life.
Trust this matter to a pair of former Imperials.
Yes. The task of restoring the Allagan relic...
Dad, Father, stop arguing,
The
please.
responsibility for its reawakening must remain with the Council. Do we condone this course of action?
Oh. I'll probably see some before Josh gets there. It sounds just like Boss never played Brawl before. But no, I love how even kind of said it was just like, oh, these motherfuckers.
Aye. It would seem we do. Let the record show that we invest this contingent with the authority to enter Carteneau and take command of Omega.
This emissary, God.
Leader of the expedition. Scions, I would ask that you assign some few of your number to escort Master Garland and supervise
the other one. So sorry. If I have a friend at some point like, who wants to do co-op subspace, I'd actually be down for that. I think that could be fun. I know Pika and I talked about it at one point. Parsec can fight hard. I don't need hard for. I mean, as much as I love playing as hard, I don't want to like drag hard all the time.
The politics of Carteneau being what they are, I dare say our neutrality will prove useful in avoiding any unnecessary entanglements.
Yeah, I need to let Hard rest. I'm dragging him on for 2 later playthroughs this year, anyways. Well, one will definitely be later this year. The second one will hopefully be later this year. Hard's my favorite and so far the only co-streamer I've witnessed. We've had lagged a little bit, but we're gonna have lag for Danganronpa. We'll have lag for Danganronpa, which hopefully will start next week. This is working with that for a while now. I only remember Subspace because back in the Machinima community, God, were those cutscenes used. We need. Let's wait for a good duo. Yeah, exactly.
If I am not mistaken,
Listen, now Derek has been around for some of the Fall Guys stuff.
Might we not persuade you to join the expedition, Lady Yugiri? If you suspected any foul play from Nero, you would be welcome to kill him.
My blade is yours.
Ben, Leg will be joining me for like one of the 2 next big playthroughs, like which is gonna be the Danganronpa V3, which I've talked about. So Fall Guys stream win. I guess like it's just forgettable. Wow. But I don't know. I just haven't been wanting to play Fall Guys as of late. IDK, why would Danganronpa win DDR?
Not a moment's hesitation, eh? You'll forgive me if I do not shake your hand.
I love that. God, Nero's so good. Such a listener, I'm not eventual for our future. Oh, jeez. I want to get some more of my friends like on for like some of this co-commentary stuff. There is actually one thing that I learned with the little Discord display. I mean, the Final Fantasy remake. A friend is, I don't know, like friend is a weird one. Like fan games are one thing, but big playthrough games are like I have to be a lot more picky about who I let in on that. Such a for 10. 10 I've seen multiple playthroughs of, and I don't know if I'd want to play that on stream. That's one problem I would have. Well, I've said before, not every game I play on stream is going to be like a blind playthrough. I've seen so much of 10. Also, I'm not going to go evaluating every single person in chat right now. Like, do I count as friend? Do a blind playthrough of Cookie Clicker. Where's the friend who has MA box? We have 7 Remake or the OG. I mean, 7 Remake would be a maybe. I recently heard apparently there was like one huge story change that has some people upset with a 7 Remake. Which I'm not going to spoil it, because, and again, I don't know it in full context, so I can't necessarily I can't be safe about not spoiling it, potentially. But 7 Remake would be interesting. So do you value Roy? Roy is a very good unit, but I'm not going to play his game. That was a rather unexpected development, and one which arises a number of questions. Not least among them was how near a chance to learn of the council meeting in the first place. Good answer, Hipless. Now, I've said this before, and I'll say it again, like... Sophia's next FE game. We will... So, I've said this before, but I'll say it again. So, one of the games I intend to have hard for is going to be a blind Iron Man of Sacred Stones. Yeah, no, like, the next mainline Fire Emblem game we're going to play is going to be Sacred Stones, which will be a blind Iron Man with Har. Har's played it before, but, like... I mean, I know, like, it's been a while for him, as he said. And I've never played the game. So... Like, I literally can tell you, like, everything I know about that game. I know there's, like... Can I tell you what an Iron Man was? I've known what an Iron Man is. If you ever play Talius on stream, it better be hard too. If I do Talius, I'll probably have Har with me. Probably. Someone else. But no, I've known what an Iron Man is for a long while now. Like, before I even started streaming, I knew. What route are you going to do, though? I'm going to do Ephraim's route. I'm more interested to learn about Ephraim than Erica. I will be introducing one house rule to the Iron Man, but I'll talk about that when I actually get to it. Hard knows the house rule that I'm implementing. But it is just like one house rule, like, for the sake of experiencing the game. Is there no spoilers? I know some things, but that's just like a general... That's a chat rule. That is a chat rule. No OP units. No, it's not no OP units. Different difficult for Iron Man. I don't know what difficulty I'm going to do for it. Alright, I guess I'll just talk about it. So the house rule that I'm going to do, which technically is a rule that goes against normal Iron Man rules, is that if I face a game over in the sense of, like, Ephraim dies or, like, I fail some objective, I'm not going to count the run as a failure because I still want to play the game. Like, if all of my units just die, that's one thing. But, like, if it's, like, Ephraim just, like, dies, like, before everybody else, or, like, as I just said, like, we get some, like, failed objective, like, oh, maybe, like, a thief makes it into a town and we had to block the thief from getting into that town and we just lose something like that. What will happen in which case is that we restart the chapter. However, I have to kill a random unit. So I will go on random name picker, get a random unit, have to unequip them of everything, send them as far into enemy territory as possible, and they have to die. Because I still want to play the game, and experience it, but I will take that punishment. And I feel like that's like a fair in-house compromise. Because again, I still want to experience it and play the game, but I want the challenge of like doing this for the sake of the stream. Anyways, wait, what's this box? But that's for later this year. I still have to, like, well, hopefully later this year, because I still have to get through the rest of the franchise, which I'm pretty far along with. I'm almost done with Blazing Blade. I'm still working my way through, watching a playthrough of, what's it called? New Mystery. I'm gonna watch a playthrough of Binding Blade. And then I believe after that, I'm officially ready for Sacred Stones. Gotta act faster. I'm working on it. It takes me a while. Like, I don't just like to watch stuff all the time. I'm like, oh man, I want to do stuff. Plus, I'm trying to like get some of like this other stuff done before the stream. But also, yeah, when you... See you and Electra funny with that. That's just a lot of usual banter. But now, if you guys like that banter and want to experience like a playthrough dynamic with me and Lect, tune in for Danganronpa. Lect is joining me for all of Danganronpa. And I've never played that game before. He's played it. I haven't seen anything of it. Something ball, guys. Change it to Phoenix Writing, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I've played some of the Phoenix Wright games and seen a lot of them, so I'd have to see which ones I haven't experienced yet. Because I've seen a lot of the Phoenix Wright stuff. I just don't remember it as well as Danganronpa, because like I also went through the stuff in out of order, I think. Some of the others are assembling at the airship landing. I say it's already on her way, and it would not do to lag too far behind. Let us be off. I haven't seen it played. Yeah, like I'm finishing the other anime. Dual Destinies. I don't know if I've seen Dual Destinies or not. I know a lot. I will say, like, the ones I know I haven't seen are a lot of the ones where it's not Phoenix, but Apollo. I know I'm blind to a lot of the Apollo stuff. Play a Kirby game. As much as I love Kirby, I don't know how entertaining it would be unless I did, like, GBA games. Like, I've played a lot of that franchise, but I feel like one that could be fun, because I've actually, like, not played it in full. Like, I started it. Could be Amazing Mirror. So just Apollo Justice. Is Apollo Justice the only one where it's actually, like, Apollo as the pro tag? But I know I have Amazing Mirror on my Wii U, so I could do Amazing Mirror. But the problem is that would have to be solo, in which case... I've heard it's really good, but I've never played. Like, I started a playthrough. Apollo was the... Sounds like... Jeez, y'all really want this blind playthrough, huh? Option on the vote. I wasn't considering it. I listed the games I really just wanted to play. Even that game was gonna be something else. But no, we're gonna do Danganronpa because, like, I want to finish the franchise because I'm behind on that. But Amazing Mirror could be a thing. I will say that. Play Amazing Mirror. I just didn't want. I want to play some other games first. A lot of the games I listed were ones I got for Christmas. I'm like, I want to play those. I was honestly low-key hoping that Persona 5 would win. Carl, off and now, ready to go. Have stepped onto the link for a moment, lest you wonder. Nero insisted that he be allowed to inspect the Excelsior before boarding. P5 is cancer. I think P5 is overrated, but I still like it. I think it's the, like, as a game, it's the middle game between 3, 4, and 5 in terms of how good it is. But I think it's an okay game. Oh, I have a random person in chat asking me. How do I get the minion of light? Oh god. Oh, well, they ran off, so okay. I hope they can figure it out. And you let him? Despite his very timely offer of assistance, the thought of that man poking around in the workings of the ship without proper supervision does not fill me with confidence. Calm yourself, Alphino. Your sister was adamant that he never leave her sight. She and you, Gary, are... Ah, well, there they are now. And I think P5 is very okay. I do think it's overrated, though. I still like it. And I still at some point want to play it on stream, but I understand, like, when people don't like it. I think it's a very weak story compared to the other two. Alright, I think that's everyone. Shall I set a course for Cart now? Because she's me. I mean, some of the things I remember you mentioning about yourself, Derica, I do understand how you can relate to Futaba. But I feel like a lot of like the side characters in P5 are very charming. Like, more so than compared to the other games. Might I ask that we delay our departure slightly? I require no more than a few hours at most. Our colleagues are studying the cocoon even as we speak, and I would hear their latest observations ere we proceed. It would seem wise to gain as clear an understanding of the situation as possible before formulating our plan. Oh? I thought time was against us. How foolish of me. Hold your tongue. When we want your opinion, we'll ask for it. Forgive me, my lady. I shall keep my counsel until such time as you have finished procrastinating. Alright. Well, Alphino speaks to his colleagues. I shall fly the Excelsior over to Moradona, and we can reconvene at the Rising Stones. Mine apologies for the trouble. I shall visit your stall and the others forthwith, and join you as soon as I am able. Coral, pray accompany Alice back to the Rising Stones. I should feel safer knowing you are present to entertain our guest. Right. Everyone headed to Moradona is welcome to travel aboard the Excelsior. Ooh, excuse me. I'll collect things with that girl at the counter here. Let her know when you're ready to leave. You just thought you're killing someone. You're traveling with Master Garland, miss. The Excelsior, or the Enterprise Excelsior is right this way. God, I hate that I have to just board the airship. Like, I can't just like, hey, go here! Wait. Oh, right, duh. I don't know where I thought I was for a second. I quite enjoyed your service, but I couldn't exactly land her in Toll's main square. Should we return to the Rising Stones then? I mean, sure, I guess just work me here. Killing people's Spock was the problem. God, I hate that this is pollution, but it looks so nice. Sunset IRL is just pollution. I mean, I know like there's like effects of it from pollution that like we see that like you normally wouldn't.
So these are the fabled headquarters of the Scions. I confess I would have expected an order of self-proclaimed warrior scholars to surround themselves with the fruits of man's enlightenment. And yet there's not so much as a single piece of magitech in sight. It never never ceases to amaze me how primitive you Eorzeans truly are.
Freaking Nero.
I'll have you know that the Rising Stones is home to the very latest in Magitech innovation.
Is it really Tataru?
Wedge calls it the Mark 14 Thermocoil Boil Master, and it's the finest kettle I've ever had the pleasure to own.
God, just hearing Fiora be this sassy.
We are returned.
It's the best of English. The finest kettle. God, that it just feels like a Fiora line.
Well, Ida and I, at least. Ishtola and the others remain behind to continue their assessment of the binding magic.
There didn't seem much point staying just for that, so I decided to come back with Alphino. Papalimo bought us this time. We shouldn't waste it.
Aww. I still miss Tiki. Oh, hello.
God, that voice could fell a gigas.
This is the Rising Stones, domicile of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I enter at the invitation of one Lord Urianger. I spy you there, Shadow Walker. You always were a hard one to find.
Shadow? Oh, wait, what? Oh, Yugiri.
Yugiri, do you know this man?
Oh, he's just coming in.
Gosetsu, why are you come to Eorzea?
In search of you, Yugiri. For days and nights did I row across the angry sea.
I mean, I like a lot of like how we're going from like a lot of European culture to now like Asian culture.
I made port in good spirits, only for my own flesh to betray me over the trifling matter of an empty belly. Collapsed in the street like an unfed stray I was, until Lord Urianger came to my aid. Over a most welcome meal, we spoke
It's a
of
Canadian
the
culture.
life of Doma, and I learned of our displaced countrymen's work to resettle this blighted land. 'Twas blind fortune that I was able to locate you so swiftly.
Starting about to have fun with two different cultures.
But now we must make ready to depart. Our master languishes in dire peril, and Doma calls her daughter home.
Oh.
It is not so simple, Gosetsu. There are obligations which bind me here.
You refuse? Did you mislay your oath during your flight from our homeland? The laws of hospitality must be honored, but surely the vow to defend your master demands the greater obeisance.
It was our master who bid me guide our people to safe haven by any means necessary. And it was the Scions you see before you who provided us succor and sanctuary when all others refused. Dire peril or no, were I to return without first repaying such hospitality, our master would cut me down at the threshold.
Mayhap that is so.
There is more. A crisis threatens all within this realm, Eorzean and Doman alike, and I go to play my part in its resolution. I will not bring shame upon our liege by abandoning my people or my duty.
How very noble of you. In the name of honor, kinship, and, yes, practicality, I suggest we get this expedition underway? Or would you rather debate the finer points of duty and leave Omega to the Empire?
I love Nero. He's so good.
Yugiri, you draw steel against the curse of Garlemald? Then why did you not say so? My blade is oath-bound to fall upon the ranks of the Imperials wheresoever they march. Lead on, Shadow Walker, and may the enemy tremble at our coming.
God, Gosetsu actually has a really good voice actor. I like him. Nearly kind of made a comment your Twitter arguments. He absolutely is that guy. Crow, wait, can I speak to you for a moment? Oh, so this is where we get the box is a Tartar glam. I kind of figured, but I didn't know for sure. Do you remember when I had you meet me at the Diamond Forge and we ambushed you? Ambush is the word. It's pretty good. I kind of wonder. Well, once we had your measurements, I set to work making you a traveling outfit with my spare time. I've only just this moment finished the stitching, but I wanted you to have it before you left. Here. You try it on right now if you like. Alright, let's see what Miss Tartaru made for us. Also, he picked a very bold spot to change. Oh, it's actually kind of cute! That's actually kind of cute. I like that. You mean Grove Glompton felt off that ambush? Assuming we measured correctly, the fit should just be just right. Snug, but not too snug, if you know what I mean. It's also dyeable. Oh, I mean, I kind of like the silver. So, how does it feel? The eyepiece is a little... not quite my forte, at least this outfit, but... No painting is also gonna get that toddler. I mean, she's a grown woman. So it says, oh, what changes the... I'll have to check what's on the changes on the dyes then. I'm just saying that, are you? Well, I can't tell you how much that means to me. To have crafted something worthy of the Warrior of Light it's, well, let's just say it makes all the practice worthwhile. I also see the Blood Pearl charm to, you know, bring you home. May it always protect you. Yeah, I don't like the monocle piece, but... Yeah, okay, this is actually kind of cute. You know what, let me just see what's in the dye preview. Oh, excuse me. When I said, I guess it looks silver because of the lighting. I meant like the lighter, like white part of it, I guess. It technically is more white than it is silver. It just looks kind of silver here. What is the crescent icon on the bottom left? That's been there, but it's to, hide chat, because when you stream Final Fantasy XIV, it's considered a courtesy to hide chat. You got the whites then? Okay. Yeah, okay, so it changes like the body, which makes sense. Okay, the block actually doesn't look bad. Boosty. It's a courtesy, and I'm gonna follow the courtesy. I actually like the skirt too. Yeah, no, this is not a bad outfit by like any stretch of the imagination. I actually kind of dig this outfit. I just don't super love the monocle. Oh, you can change the color. Oh, it probably changes the... Yeah, it changes the color. Okay. Pretty good stuff. I like it. That underwear looks scuffed as fuck. So, it just probably goes into here. I'm gonna... Well, yeah, I'll move it into my inventory. Journal white looks really nice at the top. I mean, it looks really good. I do dig the stuff. I'm just gonna move it out of the way so I don't see. Oh shit, I don't. Yeah, I can see myself definitely fiddling with this glam stuff later. Anyways, we're not done with our finale just yet. We still got this quest and then one more, and that is literally it. So we are actually almost done with stream. not being thrown out. I have, like, old equipment that I have to keep. Also, you want to hydrate. Gosh darn it, I actually have to go get a drink then. You know what? This is a perfect bathroom break. So, enjoy the new BRB screen. That is also temporary. But at least Har won't yell at me for it not being animated. So I will be right back. Okay, I have returned. These I approve, same. No, friends. I really... Okay, I wasn't gonna bug people to be like, hey, stay in here for half an hour and do nothing else. Also, in terms of the upskirt comment, this is one of the lewdest claims I have. Unless I want to just do like a swimsuit. And I know I didn't like the swimsuit as much, so... Yeah. This is all, and again, it's temporary. It's a very temporary, I do that all the time, though. I wasn't gonna bug you all when I wanted to record it. And again, it's temporary. It's not like I'm gonna keep that one forever. Like, my goal this year is to, like, try and get all the graphical stuff updated for the stream. So even that's gonna be updated. I'm gonna get a new starting soon screen, a new BRB screen. I like my offline screen as is. I'm already happy with that. Like, I'm gonna finish up the emotes because minus bit emotes, we tend to have every affiliate emote slot. We just have like a lot of like graphical things I have to update, but that'll come in time. So I have to wake up Omega, right? When did we start? Maybe we'll build all the bottom left of the stream. That is where webcam is gonna go. So once I have my webcam, that image won't be there. It'll be my face. I love your offline screen. I love my offline screen too. It's so cute. I love it. So you are the new Bibble. But yeah, like, hopefully we'll have that webcam in time for Danganronpa. I'm probably gonna have to, like, officially buy it tomorrow, considering my dad also needs me to buy something for him, and I'm gonna be like, hey, sit down with me, let's figure this out, and then we can get it ordered. So I might possibly delay Danganronpa until said webcam arrives, but considering we still have Prime, like, it should be here relatively fast. Ida, are you sure that's... I'm sure, yes, I won't lie and say I'm completely fine, but I'll feel a lot better if I'm doing something useful. Very well. I'll remain here and continue coordinating our efforts with the Alliance. Alphano, Mayhap you can return to Gridani and assist Y'shtola and Kral? A fine suggestion. The rest of us will form the Cardinal expedition party. Nero and I will focus on rousing Omega, while Coral, Ida, and our Doman friends take care of security. Freaking grandpa. The Excelsior is by the lake just outside town. We'll leave as soon as everyone is ready. But I also want to update like these scrolling little buttons for the stream and all that. Like, but that's also once I just have more art to work with. But I don't know what the characters I'd want for that, because I feel like that just seems like stream, like, or like related to like stream lore, I guess. I don't know. We have room to play with stuff. Streamer Smash is just another feature. At this point, technically, yes, you're right. I've been wanting to stream more Smash because, like, I've been enjoying playing Mii Brawler during like, the little bit I've been playing. But I also know I want to stream the Monster Hunter demo because that came out recently. So I'm probably gonna have Shadowlink and Omnidex join me for that, hopefully, because I know we've never had Shadowlink on stream before. I know that, and I feel like he would be really fun to play Monster Hunter with. And I haven't touched Monster Hunter in God knows how long, so... I heard stuff. I was talking about you and Shadowlink for Monster Hunter demo whenever I get to that. Because you guys came to me today and were like, hey, like, let me know when you want to do it. And I'm like, oh, that could be a fun crew. Like, I'd obviously be the only one blind to it in that case. However, comma, I think it'd be fun. Because I don't get to play games with, like, at least Shadowlink as much. We do need a fourth. Oh, did we get hard then? Or she's like, well, such a hunt. You'll play Souls. Spend a night every now and then streaming it. Maybe. I might just do that. Like, I like just, like, the problem I have with just, like, sub nights is just, like, when I try and initiate them, like, even, like, far enough ahead of time, like, people just don't get back to me. Tomorrow night? Probably not I messaged this morning about it. Oh, yeah, you... I will probably stream it soon, but, like, probably not tonight or tomorrow night. People may just not be interested. So it's like, I don't know. I feel bad about it. Like, doing multiplayer nights and then not doing, like, trying to do a sub night once a month. They didn't charge you for your to play with you. Simple as that. I don't charge for, like, even stuff like this. Like, Kyla wasn't a sub and she played tonight. Like, it's, like, only sub nights exclusively is, like, the, yes, you have to be a sub to play. But if it's, like, a normal night, then it's just the subs get the priority of it. And then I try and fill in the rest of the gaps with viewers. But I don't know. I know, like, I might just stream Smash at some point in the near future. I don't know. I'll think about it. We haven't far to go. With any luck, we'll be in Cardinal before Gosetsu graces the deck with his dinner. You know, you're behind me. I mean, if you want to be on the stream more often, then yeah, it is technically pay to win. Once there, however, we are best to be on our guard. Given the Line Royale was still active when Omega was discovered, we can be sure that the Empire has long been aware of its existence. They've named it the obvious solution to the threat that was proposed by this new primal. It's not impossible that Garlemald might do the same. Pokemon Pool. Especially because I played the better card game, Gwen. I mean, none of y'all play Vanguard, the best game. Have your weapons ready and your wits about you. Something tells me we're flying into a fight. Duty goals. Pokemon top 20 role players, you know. Apparently liked Clyde more, from what I understand. Pogo rankings. It's all about that Sylph, BB. Shut the fuck up.
I've enabled the teleporter. One brief jump and we shall arrive in Omega's control room.
How convenient. You've been here before.
Of course. It was no easy task threading a path through all the skirmishes. But how could I ignore the existence of such a fascinating toy? You may trust that my preliminary examination was suitably thorough.
I like the way he said thorough.
I trust your appetite for technology.
I chased down a suspect airship, and who should I find but the traitor, Sid Garland.
Hello.
Searching for something, engineer? Something big? It's close, isn't it?
This dude looks like... This dude actually just put on clown makeup, accidentally cut himself when shaving, and said, hey, this band is gonna look just as good as that face blush. Fuck are those footsteps flapping? It made sense for like walking on metal.
My name days have come at once.
But it did kind of sound like clapping with leather gloves.
The scouts the Empire could have sent. Take care of that brute, will you?
So it's like you don't recall this goof. I mean, I don't remember the face. The name the weapon looks familiar.
Can't let Nero tinker around in there by himself. I'm sorry to leave you to it, but I dare say you'll manage without me. This clod has no idea who he's dealing with.
Shouldn't you, Geary, like, go with? I don't exactly think we need all four of us. He was a fight before cash for an AR. I mean, I guess he was just that unimportant.
Samurai of Doma, you will rue your choice of opponent this day.
This paper beat. Like, the hammer really looks familiar. Face, maybe he'd be intimidating. Yeah, he'd look a lot more intimidating with the hammer. Because that face, like, for the transition, looked really dumb.
This one'll sting.
Guess hammer recoil. I mean, I recognize the green one.
You watching, Pabalino? Leave this to me.
Tis my right to strike.
No holding back. No retreat. No surrender.
Can we not?
Upon a samurai of Doma.
Do these guys just keep coming or something? Okay, they're just gonna keep coming.
All over now. The defense is nothing.
Standards. Good night, Lag. Thank you for stopping by. Surrender. We have you outnumbered. It's really fire an idiot. I mean... that kind of dude. Are you still playing with those soldiers? I suppose I can lend you one of my toys, but only if you promise to give it back. Hello, red Magitech armor. Behold, the Red Baron. Now end this nonsense. What the? No one told me they'd have Magitech armor. Forward for the Empire. The honorless cur thinks to abandon his men. I shall see that he shares their fate. Pray attend to the rest of his minions. I like unleashed cross teeth. Pew. Pew. Oh my god.
You watching, Pavelino?
Look upon a samurai of summer!
It's all over now. Leave this to me.
You must forget Maggie. Friendship ended with Maggie. Red Baron is my new best friend.
No holding back. The defense is lacking.
With soul and steel!
You watching, Pavelino?
I mean, while it's really cute, this feels a lot like the... Did you see that, Shinji? Aww. Oh. Okay, it forced me out. Shinji, gotta come back here now, please. So this is with Cops Red Baron. I mean, I don't know. Have you 100% right? Probably just had a habit. Rapper's Pog.
Leave this to me.
Ah, so I can't stun him out of that. Okay.
This one will sting. No retreat. No surrender.
God, man, just so ugly. So I'm assuming this is the door to our friend Omega.
Temporal stasis disengaged. All systems operational. Garland?
All clear on this side. It's waking up.
Or no, it was open the Omega Cooler. Oh, so no, we're just inside it.
Omega sensors immediately detected the presence of the cocoon, even at this distance. They must have been set to scan for sources of energy exceeding certain magnitudes.
I still don't see any means to control the machine directly. It seems to have been designed to act wholly autonomously.
Crawls it in the... Oh, God.
Once we release Omega, we can be fairly certain it will attempt to capture the Primal at Belsar's Wall. Assuming its mission is successful, our only option at that point will be to re-engage its stasis system and put it back to sleep.
And should the machine happen to misbehave, we'll simply initiate an emergency shutdown. I confess we don't yet have a complete grasp of its capabilities, but I'm certain the details will not elude us for long.
Well, I understood less than half of that. So, my question to you is, are we doing the right thing?
I want to hear what she thinks.
What do I think? All right. Step aside, Sid. Is this the thing I need to press?
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, she wants to take some initiative. You go, girl.
You gave too much for us to waste this chance, Papalimo. So this is for you. And me.
Button. Button smash.
Yes! Fly free, my pretty. Show us what you can do.
She really wanted that lava protected.
The launch sequence has begun. Omega is loose.
Alright, Omega. Run wild. Let's see what you got. Also, whatever this primal is, it looks like it's now free. Creepy body fight cutscene. Hello, Omega Spider. Oh, so that was like a really bad design choice. Omega's a beetle. Oh, it's a beetle? Okay. Man, it's not like I don't know this stuff. I'm not a big Final Fantasy boy. Nothing instead of Omega. Yeah, that like engine, wait, like that, or not like engine, muffler, I guess, compartment didn't seem really practical. Also, we're at least meeting our primal, but I don't Nope. Good weapon most of the time. The nipples, as people call it. Man, this primal has freaking laser beams, thunder, like water control. This thing's just got a lot, whatever this primal is. It's a Pokemon. Scarabeel. I do see the Scarabeel. The why it grew teeth. Toothless ripoff. Okay, times 3. It's called Wave Can. Okay. So imagine if you did my full capacity at the same time, we would die.
Huh? Omega has stopped transmitting. But that shouldn't be. I didn't engage the stasis system.
They just KO'd each other. Oh. I mean, I guess we stopped our primal?
I have little understanding of these contrivances.
Okay. Oh, oh, okay. So we still have the threat. Got it.
The launch went exactly to plan, but all signals emanating from Omega have ceased. This may indicate any number of things, but we will need to join the Scions out in the field if we are to ascertain which one.
Right. I've ordered a malfunctioning beast to go to sleep. That should prevent any unfortunate mishaps. I suggest we make our way back to Gridania.
Oh, hello, Tattoo.
Omega destroyed the cocoon. Papalimo's spell is fading. It was bound to his ether, you see. And if the connection is broken...
She has no fairness. Omega Control, I do admit, is a pretty cool area. Sure, we lost contact with Omega. I mean to find out. Let's be on our way. One moment everything was functioning perfectly, and the next it wasn't. Makes no sense. We need to see what happened for ourselves, and soon. Almost done. Almost done. Often has the look of a man with much to say. One of my favorite things in the series. Ritsuko will express how glad I am to see you all unharmed. When Omega came hurtling towards the cocoon, everything was dissolved in chaos. I have to see it. I have to see it with my own eyes. Ida, wait! We must first... The other Seedseer is expecting us. We're not, Alphino. Gossetsu and I will watch over here. You may safely attend your meeting. My thanks, Yugiri. The council reconvened a short while ago. Let us make haste for the Lotus Stand. All there are eager to hear your testimony. Maybe it's the Staples. Where's what's the Best Buy? God, I hate that one. You know, it's last quest. We're walking once again. Yo, hold up, what's that weapon, though? Emerald Greatsword? That looks sick! Yeah, this Greatsword looking pretty cool, I'm gonna be real. Yo, longest stream. We are not gonna be hitting longest stream. Again. This is the last quest. Yeah, I know it's an emerald weapon, so it's current content. But like, it still looks neat. I just didn't recognize it until I saw it was an emerald weapon. I just didn't know there was like an emerald greatsword. But no, like, this is not gonna... Like, the longest stream, I still think, is the Hildebrand quest. It actually beat the one, bonus Breath of the Wild stream that we technically did. There's a baller fight. I've seen some people with emerald weapons just walking around, but... It'll be a while yet. My friends, full eager have we awaited your return. If you indeed discharge the duty entrusted to you, most humbly do we thank you all for seeing it done. You're too kind, Elder Seedseer. As I recall, we as good as demanded the right to try. But tell me, how did the battle unfold? We succeeded in waking Omega, but this contacted the weapon shortly after it launched. From our position in the control room, we were blind to all that followed. Sitting on Unicorn. I would have to look again. What words could do justice to such a scene? None of my choosing. That much is certain. But I can give you the facts. The cocoon hatched as Omega arrived, and from the midst rose a great dragon. The pair duly set about each other in the skies over Gaia Abania. The primals might defy belief. You see, the very heavens would be rent asunder by the forces of its blows. It wielded such magic as I've never seen, and hope never to see again. The battle raged on with no end in sight, until both combatants were engulfed in a blinding flash of light. Gear Albania. Okay. When the radiance faded, I saw the pair fall motionless from the sky, coming to rest somewhere on Alamegan soil. I will not speak for the rest, but to my eyes seemed that each landed a fatal blow upon the other. Almost could assume that only Bahamut when looking upon the Primal's farm, the dumb ones were heard to whisper the name Shinryu. Okay, so I have actually heard this name before. We're gonna catch some these. Thank you very much for stopping by, boss. You have a good night. I have heard this name, but never saw a face. Okay, so this is Shinryu. It would appear that the beast resembles a creature of far eastern legend. We have found it convenient to refer to it as such. The Shinryu's fate, and indeed that of Omega, is yet unknown. We have, alas, no eyes on the Garabani side of the border. Aye, which is why we have sent our main force under the command of Marshal Tarupin to capture the wall. With the Imperials in disarray, we have the perfect opportunity to secure Gridania's border, and assess the aftermath of the impact. I myself will join the Marshal and his men when the council is adjourned. Well, that explains a few things. Always the flash of light coincided with our loss of contact. Lest you wonder, clearly you engaged Omega's stasis system, so even if it has fallen into the Empire's lap, it will be of no use to them. Save, perhaps, as a statue. Correct. Without me to gather their efforts, it would take them decades to decipher Omega's core functions, if they managed it at all. Oh, yeah, I mean, I kind of see the upside-down unicorn. It looks more like a cartoon sort of pony, but I see what you mean, Derica. Such reassurances do much calm our fears, but the relic's fate is but of one several concerns. Indeed, I humbly believe the time has come for us to make contact with the resistance representatives in Girabania. Though Ilbert has forced our hand, it would seem only logical to seek an alliance, given the inevitability of imperial retaliation, and by working in concert, it is not impossible that Alamigo might finally be wrested from Garlemald's grasp. Yeah, no, like I said, I see it. I see what you mean. It looks more like cartoonish, but I do see it. You must be exhausted. I would normally suggest that we retire directly to the Rising Stones, but I wonder if we might first make a small detour. Stoll and the others have got Amerisax Aspired, and I imagine that you too would be interested in seeing what has become the wall now the cocoon is gone. Let's see what the new primal is called. Shinryu. Yes, I have seen the name. It is decided then. Lead on. I was there for that. You know, that it basically just happened, so you didn't like miss a whole lot. At least in that sense of like the conversation. I'm assuming there's a cutscene here with your Stoll, so I won't be rude. Shinryu is a concentrated calamity and only knows violent things to how it was made. Oh boy.
I cannot well express how glad I am to see you both unharmed. They say that Omega's clash with the Primal shook the very firmament.
You need not have worried. The battle took place far above the ground. We were able to observe in relative safety, though I'm given to understand that there were casualties on the far side of the wall.
It was like watching a nightmare unfold before our very eyes. Ilbert's primal manifested in the form of a colossal dragon, a being of pure violence. It burst forth from the cocoon with such terrible force.
It's not meant to be a situation, only pure unadulterated vengeance. Great, so we got Bahamut and now Shinryu to worry about.
That such a horror should spring from the eyes of Nidhogg comes as no surprise. Nor do I wonder at its form. Ilbert all but announced it in the moments prior to his death. Plainly, it was his dying wish to visit a second calamity upon the Empire.
And I am quite certain the abomination would have obliged had it not found itself outmatched by Omega. Gods, I am no stranger to the works of Alag, but even I was unprepared for the machine's furiosity. It beggared belief.
And how fares poor Ida in the midst of all this? Have you spoken with her?
She's up on the platform, lost in thought. We deemed it best not to disturb her, but mayhaps she would welcome some company after all. Shall we?
Kill the newly abortion. Yeah, no. We're just kind of like, huh, what do we do now?
The light's gone. It was all we had left of him.
Two things to worry about. I mean, technically three, but like we were just kind of like, yeah, we don't have to worry about Bahamut for right now.
I don't blame anyone. I knew what was going to happen. I knew the spell Papalimo meant to cast would drain away his life force. I knew that it would only buy us a little time.
Oh. Did he finish quills? I mean, wasn't it implied that it's not he's completely gone? Just like, hey, we stopped him for the time being?
Ida, there is no need to explain.
Also, she's a Garlean, isn't she?
But there is. I can't hide in Papalimo's little shadow anymore, and I shouldn't hide behind my
Actually, to
sister.
kill. Oh, okay. I guess I misunderstood that ending then. I shouldn't hide behind my sister. Wait. Oh, so the mask was Edith's. Wait.
20 years ago, on the day the Empire marched into Alamigo, I was still just a child, not even 5 summers old.
But okay, I guess I didn't misunderstand. Okay, so never mind. It's just 2 things. Cool. We don't have to worry about Bahamut.
My father had been one of the leaders of the revolution. He had fought to overthrow the Mad King, Theodoric. And my sister had fought alongside him. She was strong and kind, and always knew what to do. But when the Garleans came, everything changed. My father went to war against them too, and I never saw him again. After that, I remember a lot of running. My sister dragged me for malms and malms until we came to the city of Charlian. That was where she met Master Louis Soir. He introduced her to the Circle of Knowing, and she eventually became an Archon. She was your inspiration. Is that not why you took up her mask and her name? Or did you simply mean to continue what she had started? You've known all along, haven't you? That I wasn't Ida. Of course. We all recognized you at once. 'Twas Papalimo who persuaded us to maintain the charade. It was silly to think I could fool you. I knew that even then, but I sort of decided not to know. Ida died 6 years ago, on a mission to smuggle refugees out of Alamigo. They say she was overwhelmed by Imperial soldiers when she stayed behind to save a little girl. She was so strong. There must have been a lot of them.
Just sister, yeah, that seems to be the case. And we're technically like the ones who were in the dark. I mean, we haven't really been close to Ida, so I don't feel like we have the right to ask that question.
I'm sorry for lying to you. My real name is Lise.
Lise, okay.
When Papalimo brought me Ida's mask, it was meant as a keepsake, but I decided I wanted to be his new partner, to keep alive all the good that she had done.
Lisa Simpson.
I didn't want to become Ida, exactly. At the time, though, I still didn't know who I was myself. And it almost seemed easier to play the role. Papalimo agreed to help, of course, but it was never what he wanted for me. He wanted me to walk my own path, and those were his final words to me. The Archon's mark he gave me is faded, and my last excuse along with it.
Oh, so that's what that tattoo was.
So this is it. Whatever I choose to do from now on, I do as Lise. And I choose to continue my family's fight. I want Alamigo to be the country that Ida and my father always wanted it to be.
Lisa's your usual hot blonde. She's pretty cute. I mean, not like Minfilia implied hot, but pretty cute. Those that are part of the circle knowing how that works. Oh, okay. I thought it was like a scion. Just told it was like a scion tattoo. But I guess the scions probably just are a part of the Minoan.
Once more.
Do you regret standing against the Empire? Would you have chosen a different road, knowing what you know now?
This is just part of the circle Minoan. Yeah, I mean, yeah, which makes sense, considering, like, if you're pretending to be someone and you suddenly just don't have the mark. It's like, oh, well, you're not them then.
To claim that I never doubted the decision would be a lie. But I made my choice, and I have defended it with blade in hand ever since.
The battle continues, and our steel is needed. Come, Shadow Walker, we leave for the east, for Doma.
Say, but like, isn't Yugiri not wanting to go? Like, she's still gonna help out, but like, isn't she like not done here? It was Raven likes to remove her mask after so long. Or Lise, excuse me. Not Lice, Lise. This shit. Scarce begun to come to terms with Papalimo's loss. The one act made plain her determination to move forward. And should she ever falter, we shall be there to support her on the road she is resolved to walk. Let's return to the Rising Stones. We have quite a story to tell Tataru and my sister. Is that story? Yeah, that's post Heavensward. Oh. Garrett would say, but thanks to his choices in his dude. Sure with him. I mean, that was kind of implied though, because like, I don't know, maybe just something happened off screen. I guess, and I'm supposed to accept that implication. Man, that's that story. Where's the Stormblood? We will be onwards to Stormblood. I did buy the game a while back, entirely in 2021 when there was a sale for it, so I do have access to activate it. And while we are done with post Heavensward, we're technically not done in Heavensward. There's a little bit more content I know that there's worth potentially doing. Alex is one thing, yes. I made like a list of some of the stuff that either was definitely going to or potentially going to. Like, okay, so excuse me, there wasn't like a whole lot left to do. Alexander was like the big one though. I was gonna do a potential casual grinding stream with like the Heavensward mounts, and just make like a super hyper chill stream. But that, and then maybe this last one's a maybe, but I might do Sky Alliance. I'm not 100% on that. Alexander, I know I'm doing. Wearing Triad, I'm probably gonna skip. Sky Alliance, I might do. And then the Heavensward mount grinding, I think would just be a fun stream. But yeah, that is ultimately it for Heavensward. We just got like those 2 to 3 streams, depending on how I feel about Sky Alliance. I'll play wearing Triad because I don't need to do it, but it'll be probably the anywhere and try to get mounts. Yes, I am aware of that, and I do have that on my notes. I'm just saying I might skip streaming the wearing Triad stuff. The Alliance raid is neat. I've heard mixed things about the Alliance raids. Like, I've heard that a lot of people just don't do them, but I'm like, oh, it'd be like a good stream, and to say I did it once. But yeah, that is ultimately it. And now I can talk about the story as a whole so far, minus anything Stormblood and Shadowbringers. So technically 50% of the story, quote unquote. I think the Nidhogg stuff was pretty cool. Kinda dumb on Estinian, but it was neat. Harchafont the boy, rest in peace. What else was there to talk about? I still don't like how all of the Ul'dah stuff just got swept under the rug. That still really bothers me. I get we gotta be hype about Ishgard, but that part of the story hooked me in. And then I felt like, oh, I could just, like, the hook just kind of fell out. I'm like, wait, what? No, I fell for the bait. Let me have the bait. But it wasn't bad. Kill the dragons. But I get to kill the dragon. I mean, yeah, Estinian. Like, Estinian, I don't know. Like, I get why, like, Estinian just being, like, so obsessed with revenge, but it was kind of dumb. Where it's like, hey, we're trying to make friends. Stop trying to make stop trying to kill our new friends. I do think that they kind of had Emmerich's character step a lot up to the plate compared to where he started off. It was like, he's like, yeah, I'm just kind of like the bystander. You kind of need me. Now he's like, no, let me help you. Be my friend. You are really cool. Political dysfunction again. I mean, that I'll see in time. I guess I'll talk about the Griffin. The Griffin storyline just kind of felt underwhelming. Up until literally like, oh, that's Ilbert. Well then. And we still have the fake one to wonder about, I guess, like wherever he went. Steep. And then this little plot line with the kobold, I think was okay. I don't know, it just felt sort of included to be a filler arc. Warriors of Darkness, I wish was like a little longer. But I did enjoy the Warriors of Darkness arc, actually. I thought it was kind of neat. The fight was a little confusing. I do admit that, but I liked it. And then, yeah, we just don't have Minfilia anymore. She's just dead. Well, not really dead, but you know what I mean. I don't know, like, I feel like while Heavensward was good... Never fought them. Oh yeah, right, I remember hearing that you, like, skipped this part. Like, it was a neat fight. I liked it. And, like, I know, like, a lot of, like, the stuff that apparently gets skipped over, to what I understand, like, or, like, gets swept under the rug, comes back to Shadowbringers, which I'm really excited about that. I want Shadowbringers to, like, fix some of my gripes with the story. Because I don't like how... what I thought were some of the really good parts just got kind of, like, quickly swept under the rug. But it feels odd knowing that the Scions are just a lot smaller now in numbers. They fix over time. Yeah, I'm looking forward to, like, knowing that, like, Shadowbringers does come back to some of this stuff. Which I'm like, alright, thank you at least for doing that. Because, like, the old Da resolution, I still say, pisses me off, like, how good it was. She's just dead. I mean, that makes... we're not gonna bring, like, the dead person back. I've kind of accepted that as Shadowbunk. And then Nero coming back. Yeah. Nero's always a welcome addition. I think Nero makes the story a lot better. Just have... I honestly kind of hope he gets added to the Scions and it's just like, oh god, do we have to deal with this man? In the gameplay. I mean, the story's been... I've got to fight some more. I mean, I've been enjoying the story. Like, I've had gripes with it. They're just sitting Nero Power Hour. But no, I've enjoyed this, right? I just have gripes with it, which is fine. But I'm like, oh, please address some of these. But I have enjoyed Nero, and I'm like, oh, add him to the Scions. Just be like, they'll reluctantly add him to the Scions because he's been so helpful. And then Nero's like, yeah, I'm not really a Scion, I'm gonna say him whenever it's convenient for me. And then I just get to see my two dads argue amongst each other. I do think it's, like, also, I mean, it makes sense, because, like, I know, like, this was a thing of Hearts, like, Thancred kind of had a lot less to do here. Where there was supposed to be, like, a little more focus, like, oh, since we found Gestalt, and, like, oh, now she's blind. And, like, we gotta learn a little bit more about her, and Kryl just kind of did their own thing. Thancred, I know we get back to him later to learn more about him, and, like, have another, like, kind of arc with him, considering we had the ARR whole, oh, yeah, he's possessed by an Ascian. Some of them. I mean, again, I'm not expecting, like, I don't mind having gripes with the story. Like, I don't expect any story to ever be perfect, because then it's just boring. But, like, I don't like it when you shove plots under, like, the rug like that. Like, the old Da thing is the part that probably upsets me the most, where I'm like, oh, they had such a good thing going. That set up so much of the plot, and then we just swept it under the rug, like, too quickly. Because, like, Lolorito didn't even, like, give us a reason to be that kind of character. To be like, yeah, I'm gonna help you out with this. Like, we knew he was shady as shit. Shh. Get out of the bush. Just walk all over it. I mean... But no, I'm just hoping that they fix some of it. Also, the Ida thing. Or, Lise, I guess I should be saying. He's sort of about actual great business strategy. Which, yeah, but, like, he's also, like, kind of implied to be a shady person because he took over for freaking Teleji. And it's like, yeah, I'm not as dumb and crazy as he is. But, like, I still have my greed. Just how much really bad. Yeah, but I don't know. I have my gripes with, like, just his motivations for money and just overall greed, and then just, like, how quickly all of that just ultimately got resolved. That was just a lot of my gripe with it. Because, like, I wanted, like, hey, we're gonna fucking wipe out the council, replace everybody, and then we're gonna, like, have, like, a council that actually works. At the same time, that definitely goes against Nanamo's, like, I want to not be the Sultana anymore and not be a monarch. But then why leave Teleji in any form of power anyways, outside being a businessman? Though I do kind of hope also seeing that, like, Ul'dah sort of adapts to, like, an Ishgardian government, where it's like, hey, you have, like, that, like, a House of Commons sort of thing, like a House of, like, I don't know, like, Royals or Commerce or something like that. Oh, you have to get another Ul'dah. I mean, true. Like, I get why, like, I don't know, it just feels like it's smart, but for story's sake, it doesn't feel exciting. Also, I keep laughing at this one GIF someone posted in another chat. I'm going insane. I'm gonna post it in my Discord later, but oh my god. I'm going insane. As we're just letting credits play. Anyways, I guess over, like, final thoughts. Story is still pretty good. I have my gripes. I get a lot of, like, functionality why they did what they did, but I don't feel like parts of it make it a less entertaining story. Kind of like how we had, like, the whole Ul'dah thing, and then it's like, alright, we're gonna suck Ishgard's dick. Which, sure, we had to. Like, we're staying there. But it felt a lot less of, like, the plot that it left off with post-ARR going into Heavensward. And then Heavensward just having, like, an entirely different plot. And then we just were like, alright, we had a story going. It felt like we just had, like, two different, like, teams of writers. And they're like, we like the second team's pitch more compared to where, like, the first team ended off on. That's, like, the best way I could probably word it. Anyways, I am done rambling about the story. I hope there wasn't a post-cutscene credits scene I just skipped, but oh well. You mentioned Balfina has apprised me of all that has come to pass in Gridania. Your only task now is to rest. This is the calm before the storm. Lys has chosen her path, and as her friends, we must do what we can to support that choice. We are afraid to join the conflict in any case. Once the Alliance has taken the wall and opened the way to Gira Abania, we will have little choice but to fight. Which is not to say the cause is unworthy. After all, ignoring the plight of those whom one might conceivably save is not wisdom but indolence. Correct? I, for one, look forward to joining hands with the Alamegans and striking a blow towards the tyranny of the Empire, as, I rather suspect, do you. Quick march, the Imperials will soon come to their senses and we must be ready to face their retribution. It is almost time, Father. Aye, almost. Stand firm, Pippin. I learned to brace myself against the charge of the Bull of Alamigo. No foe will dislodge me. Very well, little bird. I will take our homeland back. For the both of us. Aww. God, freaking griffins and lions. Alright. This is so over the top. Like, I get it's a throne room, but jeez. You don't need 3 different kinds of animal motifs in here. The Lord Viceroy, our scouts have confirmed the preliminary reports. Belsar's wall has fallen to the Erusian Alliance. The hunt for Omega and the unknown icon continues. They'll both yet elude us. My lord, the battle causes considerable damage across the region. Should we perchance divert some of our forces for the search of the undertake necessary reconstruction work? Boy, it looks screams enemy. You don't need 3 different animals for it. You could have just had like the one. So this seems first with hands, his idea for vengeance, which is knows that the wheel anymore is terrible. Forgive me, my lord. I did not intend. Your will be done. Unknown. My spies tell me the Domans call it Shinryu, and that it proved a match for Omega. Yes. The coming days promise to be most interesting. Most interesting. Film motif. Again, you don't need 3, just have the one. Going there as an Alamigan threat. Oh. The far edge of fate, the road begins anew. The heroes look to the eastern skies and behold their crimson hue. A dawn of liberation. A gathering. Storm of blood. And that's it. In order to access beyond the Green Wall, we have to have Stormblood. Alright. That is officially it. We have now finished all of post Heavensward. We are done with story. For now. So. You're gonna bounce. Thank you very much for stopping by, Kylo. Don't worry, we're about to go ahead and raid somebody. Poor Phone Brothers. Anyways, with that, I think that's more or less it for stream. So, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you didn't haven't already, please consider hitting that follow button. It really helps me out a lot. We're trying to get to 200 followers before March 20th. That's the current goal. If we can do that, we'll have had 200 followers before it's been an official year of streaming. We are approaching our first stream anniversary, which feels super wild to say that it's been a year, but we're getting there. If you want to financially support me on the stream, please consider subbing, gifting a sub, or donating. I understand that money's tight for a lot of people right now. So don't spend money if you don't have it. Completely get it. If you want to hop into the Discord for future stream announcements, I do post them first, and I do chat in my Discord. At least try to. So there's a link to that. And that is more or less it. I don't know when next stream will probably be Sunday with Faye. And we'll be back into full motion next week for streaming. Probably won't stream air quotes tomorrow, because I do need to finish the Danganronpa anime with Lect, and we have 8 episodes left, so we're probably going to watch 4 tomorrow, and probably try and get 4 more in at some point throughout the week before Friday. But that's more or less it. So thank you all very much for watching. Who's streaming right now? You know what? Sean is streaming. I'll raid my boy. I'm not going to look through Final Fantasy streamers right now. But that's it for us tonight. Thank you all very much. You all have a fantastic night, and I will see you all Sunday. Goodbye, friends.